thumbs up. Yep, looks like we are connected. How is it going, everybody? We are going to be playing MechWarrior 5 with all of the ass expansions.
Hell yeah.
Just give us a few minutes and we will be getting started. Let me get these notifications out before I forget. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, I actually got some notifications going. Non-toxic is first. Well, I mean, she's got thick in her name, so like some thick asses. That's how we're starting today. Welcome to MechWarrior 5.
I'll check it for you.
Crimson Mirage Drake is early gang. Jennifer is early gang. Welcome to the show, Destiny. How is it going, my dear? Lycan Metal, how is it going? Lycan says, wait, what is that?
There's a flash.
That is a crab sidestepping ass in the way. Like, you know how they like sidestep on the beach?
I just parked this big dump truck up here.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, like, I didn't get the beeping noise or anything, but yeah, it's like basically all up in my grill.
Yeah, it's crab cakes like a metal, you know it.
So so crab cakes. Okay, I'll give it to you. That one was okay. Lycan Metal. That one was okay.
Thanks, Jennifer. Yeah, my eyes are up here, guys. My eyes are up here.
Yeah, eyes up here, boys. Put him in white and he'd look like a stormtrooper. What color is my armor?
Let me look at your ass or something. Yeah, you're kind of like a dark green.
Okay, I guess we're all kind of like this. I guess we're all this kind of, you know, like stereotypical, you know, drab olive military green.
Yeah. I don't know if it's just me or the stream's like a different color, but I think yours looks a little darker. That might just be my stream.
Yeah, maybe they have slightly different shades for the players. I don't know why. I mean, like, what are the? I mean, I guess if you ejected on a forest planet, some camouflage-colored bodysuit might help you, maybe.
It might do. But I mean, it's not gonna help you much in the snow, is it?
No, it's not gonna help you in the snow, in the sulfur biome, in the iron oxide, in the extrasolar moon, the volcanic region. I mean, that might be dark enough. Well, you know, you can have daytime there as well. Yeah, it's not going to help you basically in any other area except one of the. I mean, there are a lot of forest-based areas, but. I mean, it's just one of those things that they don't let you customize the colors of too many things in MechWarrior 5. Like, they let you customize the mech, sure, but it would be nice if you could customize the color of the leopard, and it would be nice if you could customize the color of your uniforms.
It'd be nice if you could customize Fahad's attitude as well, where he's at.
Yeah, right. I mean, we could get Yang and Battletech. Like, Yang in Battletech was all he talks about is eating hamburgers or wanting to grill his favorite steak, and which battle mechs he has a bias for.
That is true. I do remember.
One thing he doesn't do is like go online to Sarna in the middle of a mission and start like, you know, like reading the Wikipedia articles to you.
Yeah, Fahad. Look at that woman on the belt, the like scaffolding over there. Just look at that mech's ass.
Where?
Oh, like on the right hand side. Like jump up here. You'll see. And over on the right hand side, the balcony between the two mechs.
Oh, yeah. You mean on that like elevator thing that goes up and down?
Yeah, she's just staring at me. Oh fuck! Fell off.
It's looking at the
I just broke my leg, just fell off the edge there.
I mean, I do like the interior. I mean, like, okay, I like the interior of the ship. You know, I think that's pretty cool. But, I don't know. Like, you can't really customize a whole lot.
No, you can't. It would be cool, yeah, I agree. It would be cool if you could upgrade it. It'd be cool if there was, like, more upgrades even to upgrade the ability of the Leopard to perform upgrades so it's faster.
That's, like I said, that's one thing I really liked about BattleTech, the PC game, is that you have the Argo as a way you can throw C-bills at the Argo for upgrades. Like, I thought that was pretty neat.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I mean, because, like, you know, that would allow you to, that you could influence, like, how long a pilot was injured. You know, you could basically invest in a better, better medical teams, you know, better medical equipment, and that would get people, they would recover faster. And if they died, their probability of death would be reduced. So it was like, it was just nice. Like, it was just nice. And same with the mech repairs and stuff. Like, you could invest more into your mech bays and your support equipment, and that meant that the repair times would be reduced. Because, like, one of the things, so basically, okay. So if the point of MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries is to be, like, living the merc life, obviously you're buying your robots, you're customizing your robots, but, like, what was the point of getting rich in the first place? The point of getting rich was to, like, live this, like, crazy life, right?
Yes.
But the thing is, they don't have any money sinks in the game where you can, like, flex your cash. Like, what if you've got, like, hundreds of millions, maybe over a billion, maybe you have billions of C-bills, but you don't have, like, your own planet or your own house or your own, like, big ship to customize and, like, kind of, like, flex how rich you are and stuff like that? Because, like, isn't that one of the... Okay, at the end of MechWarrior 2 Mercenaries, your character, his fate, it's based on the amount of money you have. You're either some MechWarrior who kind of, you know, didn't really make it as a mercenary, and so you retire and you're just living in this, like, crappy apartment, drinking cheap beer, and, like, watching a small television screen of, like, these like battle mech action films. But if you retire rich, like, you know, like you cross a certain threshold of money at the end of the game, you retire and you're on, like, a luxury yacht in the middle of a of an ocean, and you're wearing this, like, pure white suit. You have this giant ring with a giant gem in it, and you're, like, drinking, like, you know, fine wine or something. So it's like, you know, but basically they're reminding you that the whole reason you became a mercenary is because, you know, you're trying to make it, like, hood rich, basically. And so that's something they don't really have in the game, is some way for you to, like, flex your money. I'm not saying it's an essential thing, but you know, it's something that, like, you know, like, it would be nice if there was another money sink in the game, basically.
Yeah, you're right. You can definitely tell this game was focused more on combat than customization of anything.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyways, I'm knocking down the screen, and we are going to be getting started. Hello, everyone. Welcome to MechWarrior 5. This is all of the DLCs, including Rise of Rasalhague. I will be joined by one of the Ronins today, introducing Sheriff Crab, who will be using the crab, probably. How are you doing, Sheriff?
Doing pretty good. I probably will use the King Crab. I guess it's befitting to my name.
Yep, you're gonna have to give it a shot, and you're gonna have to tell us how it's gonna be performing with all of its revisions. I'm gonna be shopping for even better stuff. Also, I do have another mech for you to try. We've got a Cyclops P, and I have it strapped up with a battle axe.
Ooh, I quite like the sound of that.
The other weapons are questionable, but it's strapped up with a battle axe. Like, I don't know what I don't have much of an opinion about it. I'll just leave it at that. But, so the King Crab's got about 52 days left on its modifications, because that is a rather drawn-out process of installing all of those upgrades onto it. Let me see where we left off. I think we're just farming out some of these quests. are any of these... Did we complete them? No, okay. So we're doing this one here, Forceful Negotiation. So we're going to continue this one, and then after that, we'll probably hit up some of these other missions in order to... These priority missions seem important, is what I'm saying. All right, so the Tamarin Residents, Forceful Negotiations Part 2. The residents aren't nearly as cowed as we hoped. See the forwarded messages for their response. You shall not intimidate us. The blood of the ancients that once graced this land flow in our veins. We are not blessed to understand the technology that inhabit the darkest recesses, but just as their light once flowed, it may yet flow again. Tamper with it at your own peril. You have been warned. It would seem it's time to up the ante, Commander. This time you must go in and destroy a portion of these ruins that these people hold dear. Perhaps that will teach them a lesson. I have a feeling that is not going to teach these guys a lesson. That is, you know, I'm not saying I have an expert opinion on this, but, like, I don't think that destroying the sacred relics of religious fanatics is going to have the desired effect. Once again, not an expert opinion. What do you think, Sheriff? Do you think that smashing the holy relics of religious fanatics is going to convince them to cede their land to the government?
Absolutely. I think that will certainly make them behave better. And, yeah, I mean, who doesn't love their religious relics being smashed to pieces?
Okay, well, you know, we're going to see how it goes. Like, it's time to smash some religious relics. This is a 70 difficulty demolition mission. Tonnage is going to be 315. Destroy as much of the ruins as you can. There's no hope of finding any lost tech here, so nothing is lost by executing a Scorched Earth campaign. If anything gets in the way, deal with it. Rumors point to the locals having hired a unit known as Clifton's Rangers to bolster their defense of their property. Okay. Well, time to destroy some lost tech ruins. Now, I don't know if I believe them or not, so, you know, I'm still gonna include some salvage in here. Maybe 800,000 on insurance, but lots of salvage, just in case they're lying to me and there's some lost tech.
And if not, we can just salvage all the locusts that we get attacked with.
That is also true. We can just, like, strip everything and... oh, you'll be happy to know that we have a large number of level 60 skill pilots. Let me go ahead and hook you up with the best of them.
Very impressive, I have to say. I'm very impressed.
Yeah, they're not trained up. As you can see, in fact, Captain Tovar is only 35 out of 60, so his potential is high, but, you know, he's going to need some training.
High potential, but a bit of a noob. I got it.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the situation. So...
what are you planning on taking out?
Let me see what the environment is. It is a cold environment. That was good to check.
Lasers. Stay with the lasers.
Let me just start these guys up with some of the basic stuff. That's gonna leave me with, let me just throw something in to see what I'm dealing with. How about about the Griffin?
I can go a lot smaller if I need
to. Okay, I can go a little heavier. I can go 10 tons heavier. I can go 60 tons. What do you know? Let's try out the Dargon Fang. So the Dargon Fang is not as good as the Dargon SDW, but, you know, I haven't used the Dargon Fang on stream yet, so let's go with the Dargon Fang.
Sounds good to me.
So my Dargon Fang, so it doesn't have the mask, but the build is similar. 2 medium lasers, LRM-10. To make it fit, though, I do have an LBX AC-10. So, you know, this is the first time we're using LBX AC-10. So, you know, I don't know, we'll see how it goes.
How do you know you're getting rich when you start bringing in the lost tech?
Yeah, I mean, also the fact that they were just selling LBX ACs in the store. So I was like, okay, whatever.
Oh, nice. Do you start banking them now?
Ooh, these weapon groups are not correct. This goes here.
Oh my goodness, look how far we have to travel.
Couldn't you have dropped us any closer? Also, let me increase my voices. If you wanted to know what Rihanna said, she basically said something like, "Oh, there's places of holy significance up ahead. Something, something, something. Kill everybody."
Smash.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it goes.
But they're like 3,000. We're actually making. Do you know what it is? We're making a pilgrimage right now.
Yeah, this is literally a pilgrimage. Like, we are so far away that it will not record. It's like 3,000 plus. Like, it's not even gonna bother to like we could not have been dropped farther than this.
And I'm ahead of you, and I'm still not seeing any reduction in distance.
Yeah, we could not have been dropped farther than this. Wow. How excellent was that?
Can we go back and pick something faster? This is depressing.
Yeah, I'm glad that, you know, I mean, I have the option to go faster, but, like, I'm definitely glad that I'm not stuck in, like, a really slow mech like the Annihilator.
You know just... Oh my goodness, that would be horrible. Oh, we got mech to the right.
Oh, look at this.
We're on it, Commander.
Well, you know, you definitely guessed it with, like, the crummy mechs.
Target acquired.
They're doing a great job of avoiding all of our attacks, though. Okay, so LBX AC-10 differs from other versions of autocannon because it is a shotgun. No one actually knows what LBX stands for. There are ideas of what they think it stands for, but nobody actually knows. What do people think it stands for? People believe it stands for Lubalin Ballistics Experimental Autocannon. That is what people believe it stands for, but it's never been confirmed. Like I originally thought that it stood for Luxor Ballistics Experimental Autocannon. Some people think it has to do with Lubalin Experimental Ballistics. But, you know, so nobody knows what the LBX in LBX Autocannon means. But, what it does is it's a shotgun. Like, I'll even demonstrate. You see that? It's a shotgun. And just like a shotgun, you can load it with either scattering shells, or you can load it with a single solid slug, just like a real shotgun. Now, in the lore of Battletech, you're supposed to be able to change your ammo types on the fly. In MechWarrior 5, that is not represented, though. You either need to equip a LBX autocannon or an LBX autocannon solid slug. So you are not able to change the ammo types mid-battle, but in the lore of Battletech, you should be able to do that. That'd be a pretty cool feature for them to add, but...
Is it a separate ammo type, or is it the weapon?
Yes, you would buy... You would get one weapon, so there should only be one weapon, LBX AC-10, and then there would be two ammo types. LBX AC scattering shell, LBX AC solid slug.
It's not doing some weird magic where it like splits the slug then?
No. So you'd have to load. So basically, you'd have to load them both, and then they'd have to have a button. And what it would have to do is you would have to spend one recycling time for it to unload the ammo and load a new one in.
Where is the targeted asset? I don't see it.
I love how I can talk about the history of LBX AC and we're still pretty far away from the objective.
Yeah, I mean, you probably got another 3,000 words of the Sarna page you could get through before we get there.
Yeah, I could go, like, Sarna on people. Like, this is where we need... Where's Fahad when I need him?
I know.
Where's a nice place to park our mechs? Probably...
Are you going the right side?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go, go a little north.
This way?
Yeah, gotta go a little north.
Sounds good to me.
Look, I love the stalkers, but God, traveling at 48 kilometers is a thing. I'm not even gonna blame that. I'm not even gonna blame the 48 kilometers. I'm gonna blame Rihanna for dropping us as far away as possible.
Where did it go?
Oh, they fried it.
Holler back.
Oh, we got a Centurion with the AC-20. Well, time to shower this fool. One thing that's really nice about LBX AC is because it is Lost Tech, there is a noticeable increase in the fire rate. The weapon fires quite rapidly. let's park our guys right here. We got 2 heavies coming, or no, two mediums, 2 mediums.
A Griffin and a Vindicator. And something else. There's actually 3 mechs. Panther.
Okay, we got him.
Target acquired.
A Panther. Nothing to speak of so far. Okay, I see the Vindy.
Vindicator.
I'm gonna tell him to focus fire on the Vindy.
Target destroyed.
And I'll tell him to focus fire on the Panther as well. Let me just get this stupid scorpion out of here. So, because I am firing like a shotgun style weapon, I do lose a lot of the control on the weapon, like for sniping things.
There's your target objective.
Now, if I do
Commander.
switch it to
Why don't
solid
you go
slug,
over
I
and
do regain
introduce
that
yourself?
sniping capability, though. On the other
These,
hand, oh, go ahead.
these religious, whatever they called it,
Religious
are-
fanatics, Star League worshipping, Star League ruins worshipping, religious fanatics.
surely there sure are some new-looking buildings.
Yeah, these are, you know, I know they called them ruins. I mean, now they're becoming ruins, but
Showing major damage to the target facility.
They were talking future tents.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and like,
Hands walking through stuff.
I'm just gonna break away this wall so that
You've managed to
So that our
demolish
guys can
half of
shoot
the
into
target's
it.
buildings.
Yeah, sounds
Back
good to
on,
me.
Commander.
I love being a heavy mech for this exact reason.
Our payday is nearly here, Commander. Just keep smashing.
Yeah, look at that. They're destroying. Oh yeah, I see you walking through all the cargo base. Oh, let's get started on this wall as well.
Oh, that was easy.
Oh, it's dead?
That's dead.
Wow.
Yeah, you definitely should have took the money.
Wow. I was thinking the exact same thing. I was like, wow.
Yeah, you might get a Vindicator. There's a Vindicator, a Centurion, a Panther, a Griffin.
Yeah, I mean, if we get like...
A couple of spiders.
If
Might
we,
get 2 or 3
if we
mechs.
can get 2 medium mechs and a light mech, you know, that might not be too bad.
No, thank you very much, Evie. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was birthday time. How was the meal you? Oh wait, is that a bad guy?
That's a bad guy, alright. Let's kill him.
New target Phoenix.
Coordinate fire on the
We
commander's
need-
target.
Yeah,
We need more
maybe a
stuff.
little more chance for salvage.
Oh man, he's playing this wall. What a narky. Narc. No.
He is really trying to hang in there.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
There we go.
What the heck is he?
He's like jumping around, just being a pain.
Target destroyed.
Okay,
Right,
we got him.
Following your lead, Commander.
Yeah. So how was your what did you eat for? Oh, here comes a drop.
Nav point to receipt. Let's move.
Yeah, so basically I had some aromatic crispy lamb pancakes. So it was an Asian fusion, and I would say British fusion kind of restaurant. It was quite nice. And then I had, that was a Bunchy. Okay, well I'm just not going to stand right here.
Okay, we got to fight now. We've got
Holding at
There's some
grid location.
helicopters.
Target is down.
Helicopter dead. Okay, apparently that is going to bounce off him.
Target destroyed.
okay.
Oh,
I'm setting them onto the
It's the
Banshee
Banshee
now.
2. It's the Banshee 2-3. We need this. We need it.
This is the melee one, right?
We need it.
Oh yeah, look at him coming up with that melee weapon.
Yeah, do not get hit with that. I think does some damage.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Okay, maybe we get it.
Target acquired.
Maybe we get it. I mean, it's on the list at least.
The Cataphract has a melee weapon too. It looks so weird.
It has like a big old long arm, like a big old like gorilla arm.
Tango eliminated.
Okay.
No,
Okay, that's probably good enough. That should secure us something. At least something. We got the salvage for, you know, like, and I think we ripped up the, I'm gonna tell these guys to just, I'm just gonna get inside now, because, like,
another one.
Enemy dropship coming in right on
yeah,
top
I
of
guess
you.
it's supposed to be the, you know, they paid for mercs, and the mercs are like, oh, late to the show.
And they're like all melee.
Good. This shows that we aren't playing around. Hopefully, they'll fall
What did they
back
send?
and forfeit
Oh, a
their long
trebuchet?
rights to the Tamarind
And
Wars.
everything's melee.
Oh yeah, I see a medium mace.
Okay, I killed the trebuchet, so I don't know if that'll come up. There was a hunchback as well.
I do want the, I want the cataphract or the,
No!
oh, that blows.
That really sucks. And you didn't even get more. Oh
Wow,
man.
that stinks. That stinks.
No, well, as it is.
What about that was like a junky junk salvage? I mean, at least we got to use the salvage, but still. Big damage by the sheriff here.
Yeah.
Oh, we
When you
killed
bring in
25
victims.
harassers though, so we get a nicer narc beacon. I might go ahead and install that. Like that's a tier 5 narc.
Oh, on that mech there.
Yeah, on your battlemaster.
Yeah, that'd be good. I don't know what it has. I think is it tier 2 maybe or tier 1.
Yeah, let me go ahead and put that better narc on. It'll extend the, you know, like repairs will take a little longer, but you know,
But
whatever.
we've never had one get damaged before, so it should be fine.
Yeah. Okay,
And-
so let's see what they have to say now. What were you saying though, Sheriff?
No, I was just saying that even if it did get destroyed, they're not the most expensive things in the world anyway.
I'm pretty sure we have more than one as well. Like I'm willing
Oh,
to, as long as we have more than one, I'll continue using them until we're down to our last one.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Okay, so it says here, the locals are exceptionally upset. Your efforts have not frightened them into abandoning their land. Instead, you have filled them with righteous fury. The few locals who understand what we are attempting to accomplish have informed us that the mercenaries they hired to defend the ruins are now coming directly for you. We offer our sincerest hopes that you can endure the assault. Okay. Okay, then. They're gonna, like, try to explode us or something. Over here into the system known as Promised Land. Wow.
That was literally like the most obvious storyline I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's like Promised Land. I on the nose there, so that's fine, I guess. That's fine.
Thanks everybody for the birthday wishes, by the way. Very, very kind of you.
So how were the lamb pancakes?
Do you know what? Anytime I ever go to these places and you get those pancake things, it's normally duck. I have never seen them on lamb before, but actually, I really like lamb. I thought it was really nice. I really enjoyed it, actually.
Oh, it was pretty good then, huh?
Yeah, it was really good. And then I had sweet and sour Hong Kong style as well, which was pretty decent. I liked it as well. And then just had some ice cream. I wasn't feeling too adventurous, shall we say, so I just played it simple.
Yeah, I mean, like, especially on your birthday, I typically probably go with good old reliable, personally.
And then a few beers as well.
Okay, I don't think I want to sell any of this stuff, so let's go ahead and, do I have anything? No. Alright, so, it looks like the King Crab and the Battlemaster will be ready in about 10 days. Alright, so let's see. Similar conditions, 315 tons drop weight. The inhabitants of the ruins have mortgaged their future to extend Clifton's Rangers contract and turn it into a death warrant. Hold out as long as you can. If you can strip the locals of their protection, they will have nothing left to prevent us from evicting them. Okay.
Alright, let's kill these nerds.
I mean, if they have a lot of melee-focused mechs, maybe I'll just continue going on with this idea. Unfortunately, I can only do like 27 salvage, but you know, maybe we can pick something up.
I feel like we're like taking part in some sort of weird crusade.
We probably are.
I wonder, is that Cyclops ready? Where's that at? Oh, it is. You could perhaps turn one of those into a... Oh. No. You don't have any more of the awesomes left, do you?
No, you can use the Cyclops. Like, I can, like... Let me just play around with the little options that I have, because I've got some options. I can figure something out. I've got an awesome. Boom. Look at that.
And you do, folks, if there's ever a mission you want to try something out, and I can go into a smaller mech as well. Like, don't feel like you have to accommodate me in every mission. No, I appreciate it.
It's all good. Actually, I'm gonna use the Super Griffin, and then I'm gonna put him back in the Stalker.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the Super Griffin is actually 5 tons lighter as well. The Super Griffin, honestly, not bad. So, like, I do have a mod installed, and the purpose of this mod is just to tell me what the stats of the mechs are, because for some reason, Piranha Games wants to hide the stats of the mechs. So, the mod is telling me that the Super Griffin has endo steel, ferrofibrous, double heat sinks, and a electronic weapons package. Whereas, yeah, and I can just look at these mechs and see what their stats are. I guess I don't understand why they would hide that from you, but they do.
Maybe it's because Fahad's too lazy to check and he's too busy drinking Timbiki Dark or whatever it is he drinks.
Yeah, apparently Timbiki Dark is supposed to be a chocolate beer.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
Yeah, that's where the dark comes from. Like, Timbiki Dark is apparently a chocolate-flavored beer. It's
I
like,
thought it was dark rum.
Online.
I don't know if I don't know if there's a beer like that in real life. I'm sure there is. I'm sure someone has thought of trying to do that before, so I have no idea how it tastes.
Locals have pulled together their resources
They probably should not do that anymore.
battalion to protect them. There's them out on the battlefield.
I'm interested to see how this
and whittle
goes.
away their forces. After that, the residents will be.
Evie says, what kind of beer? So Timbiki Dark, the reason it's called dark is because it is supposedly a chocolate-infused beer. And it's supposed to be quite popular. At least within the lore of the game.
Enemy forces moving in, Commander.
Okay, I'm just going
Get
to tell
ready for
our
them.
guys to hold position someplace. Like, right here seems perfectly good.
Mike. On our way.
Alright, I'm just going to have them hold position in here. And since I'm fast, I will go and scout.
Okay.
Holding at your waypoint.
Now, melee could be pretty good here, considering there's a lot of angles to play.
Yeah, I haven't played Melee in a while. I haven't played this game in a while, so I haven't played any games in a while, so I really revised my sentence to say. But, yeah, I think I can work with this.
I'm not going to have it. I don't know why I fired missiles at that. I already know I'm not going to maintain my luck. First on chat from BPL Tex. He says he knows some people who does scoutings. Wrote them into a funny little episode. Yeah, I guess I am the scout of the team. Overall, I would describe myself as that.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
I am just going to go search and destroy. And if I find something relevant, then I am going to back off. So far, we got a lot of, you know, heavy tanks. Nothing that I can't handle at the moment.
I'm guessing the next mechs will spawn in once we destroy these. Where did that scorpion go?
Yeah, it looks like it was a pair of
Additional
patents.
tangos en route to your
I had a
position,
scorpion here. I
Commander.
don't know what happened to. Oh, there's there.
I see the scorpion.
It really shouldn't have much. Yeah. There was not long left for this one.
Okay,
Oh,
we
have
got a
dropship.
dropship coming in. Looks like we're in a pretty good flanking position on them.
Target acquired.
Where
Too
we put it
far
in.
away from me. What do we got? Whoa, watch the melee there.
Cyclones.
Yeah.
Enemy destroyed.
I'm gonna go for this rifleman. That's all I'm gonna do.
Okay, I'm gonna get... okay, I got the Cyclops' attention, and now I just want to get them off of our mechs. And they are off of our mechs.
New target.
Goodbye.
Focusing fire on the right... Ooh, God, that was not good for the rifleman there. Okay, going for the Orion. I'm coming up behind him now. Oh, I didn't hit him there. I thought I got his rear torso there. Okay, Cyclops going for the rear armor. It sounds like a baseball bat when you hit him.
Yeah, the axe still sounded really weird.
Inbound. Brace for
Nice.
contact, Commander.
That stupid thing ran into my leg.
Okay, we definitely saved the Cyclops, or the Stalkers there. Yeah, when you hit him with the battle axe, it sounds like the crack of a wooden baseball bat.
Kind of funny, isn't it?
We got a light mech, and then we got a whole dropship on the way. Probably need to wait for them to get in range of our Cyclopses, though.
Target acquired.
Looks like 2 medium mechs. One of them is a Hunchback, the AC-10 variant.
Oh no.
Target acquired.
There is a Dervish.
Okay, I'm gonna hide over here and wait for it to come to me behind this wall.
Okay, I'm going to, I might hunt this scout down real quick. Or, the scout doesn't seem to be relevant to the battle, so I'm gonna ignore him, and I'm gonna assist you with these mechs here.
Well called. Focusing fire.
Okay, you got him, his
Target
weapon there.
acquired.
I'm gonna try to get this Dervish off you so they don't focus.
I'm like losing. I'm gonna lose a leg. Oh.
Taking heavy damage.
Okay, this Dervish is a bit worked up, but... Oh, I thought that would finish him. That got him.
Destroyed. Target acquired.
Come back, Firestarter. Okay, we got him. Come on, Stalkers, back in position.
Oscar Mike.
I'm a little bit vulnerable with this leg issue, but
Additional contact.
We're about halfway
Just past the
through.
perimeter, Commander.
Yeah.
Expect company soon.
I had an ammo explosion on this leg and it just so that was it.
Holding at nav point.
Well, it's the first test run for that one. How is the battle axe performing, though?
That mech is
Pretty
on the
good,
kill
I think.
list. You know what to do.
What is that?
Wolverine, Trebuchet, and Quick Draw. So the Stalkers are... They could probably handle another battle or two, but they're also starting to wear down a bit.
Yeah.
New target trebuchet.
These enemies don't look terrible, but they do look kind of annoying.
They look beefy.
Incoming missile.
My armor is pretty good, so I don't mind skirmishing with them a little bit. Okay, the Wolverine is focusing on the Stalkers now.
It's in a really bad shape.
Okay, that was the end of him. The, looks like Quick Draw's derping. I roughed up the Trebuchet a bit.
Yeah.
Incoming missile.
Thank you for that, Trebuchet.
Target acquired.
Ooh, don't shoot me.
New target quick draw.
Oh, we got the quick draws just come out of nowhere.
Yep, Quick Draw's coming out. Oh, I hit the terrain there and it bumped my aim up. Ooh, I heard that.
Still critical.
Yeah, that wasn't a nice one. I'm a little bit scared of the tribute. I feel like it'll do a lot of damage to me before I get anywhere near it, so I'm just going to let you work on that one unless it comes closer.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell the stalkers to attack it directly.
Focus target updated.
I don't even think I would be able to get around it where it's at. It's a very smart place to keep me out of it.
Come on, guys. Like I told you guys to attack it directly. You need to lock on and shoot. There we go. Now they're locking on. Okay, he's banged up enough. I'm gonna close the distance on him.
Alright, he's gonna die now. He's gone. No way he's like that.
Okay, I'm pulling the stalkers back again.
Yeah.
One of the stalkers has a arm breach, but he doesn't have any weapons that are arm mounted, so
Enemy
Yeah,
reinforcements
this is
probably their
spotted
final
in the
wave.
area. They look like they're heading your way.
Holding at designated grid location.
We've got one vehicle towards the east on a air vehicle.
Target acquired.
I see.
Target destroyed.
Oh, nice. And we have a towards the southeast. We have 2 assault mechs.
Uh-huh, Banshee P and Banshee 2P. This is not the assault katana.
Yeah,
Also,
I
I
like
think
that
there
one.
might be something behind this. I think. Not 100%
No.
on it.
It shouldn't be. They should be the last 2.
Okay, okay. Alright, I'm gonna go search for him.
Okay, yeah, they're right here.
On location, Commander.
I'm just gonna skirmish with this guy. I'm not gonna commit to the fight. I'm hoping the stalkers will attack. Yeah, yeah, come on, stalkers. You're the heavy hitters. Oh, he really wants me.
Where did the other one go? Over there. Yeah, I'm not coming out here until that one's gone.
My armor's still holding, so I'm gonna keep his attention for now. Okay, he is off me and he is on the stalkers. So I'm gonna cool down a little bit and then I'm attacking from behind.
Right arm lost.
That's fine. He has no weapons in his arm.
Destroyed. Target acquired.
Now we're all trying to catch this Banshee 2P. Don't know what the AI is doing. Oh god, I heard that hit.
Oh, nice one.
That's crazy. Like I said, it's oh he got my arm. Oh, that's what I get for being like stupid at the end.
Target destroyed.
What do you get the heck out of here for? I died.
Okay, we'll get out of here. Making best speed to the objective. I wonder how he got my arm. I wasn't paying attention there. Maybe he slashed me with his katana and I wasn't. I didn't see him raise his katana arm. It's all good. I got plenty of PPC spares.
One of those mechs at the start ran into my leg and caused an ammo explosion. That's how I lost the first one. So they were smart enough to focus fire on the second.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Looks
some of
like
these
you've
these
inflicted
pilots are
enough
mostly like
casualties.
veteran
I think
level
it's
and
safe to
elite
pull a
level, and they
tactical
always love
retreat
to
now.
focus on
This should
armor
give the
breaches.
Tamarind Mining Company enough leverage to claim the land from the settlers. Not sure how great I feel about this job, but it is our spot to get involved in the morality of local politics.
So why are you talking about it?
Time to cash out and ship out.
Yeah, it's like, why even bring it up then? Why even bring it up, Brianna?
This is a stupid bitch, that's why.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Yay!
This is it right here, the 2P.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, we got it. And I guess I'll take that. Okay, so we got the Banshee 2P, and I think that'll complete our pretty good damage from me, considering I was a much lighter mech. Uh-oh, the Stalker got beat up way more than I thought he did. Looks like he lost his full side torso there. So it looks like we'll definitely have some repairs to do. Tamarin Mining Corporation says, defeating the locals' hired guns has finally brought cooler heads among the population to the negotiation table. While some now see selling their land as a better alternative to more fighting, others still refuse to relinquish their property. The Tamarin Board of Directors now feel the best course of action is to work more directly with the populace. We will still begin our mining operations here, but we will do our best to staff the facility with surveyors and foremen from the local populace, so that many may attempt to mine minerals we seek with mineral disruption to the buried Star League facilities they hold so dear. You have fulfilled the letter of the contract. We have no further need of your services this time. Your reputation precedes you. We'll pass this along with our satisfaction to the MRB board. Okay, let's get to a place to repair. And then I think what we're going to do is we'll hit one of these major quest lines up.
That sure was a nice guy.
Yeah, I mean, they need to stomp some civilians. Like, I am, like, the mercenary to call for that.
He did say your reputation, did you?
Okay, let's get that PPC online. Looks like it, yeah, it's lost some ammo. Ammo's easy to replace, though. Not a big deal. Over here, yeah, so it looks like he lost the entire side of the mech. That's kind of annoying, but, you know, what can you do? Alright, so let me just get the armor repaired on this Banshee. I'm going to strip and repair. Damn, this bitch needs 79 days of repairs. Wow. Wow. Let me go ahead and dump some mechs.
Does it have an upgraded engine, does it?
It has a large quantity of upgrade slots, but that's about it. Otherwise, there's not a whole lot different about it, I would say. I'll put the LG away. Okay, now our costs are down. Let me see. We need to I probably need to sell some of my gear, because I haven't done that. I'll do that in between streams. That takes too long. Hero Mech for sale. The Hero Grasshopper MJ. Has an interesting color scheme. Gauss Rifle and PPC. I guess I'll take it. Hero Mech acquired.
I don't think I've ever seen that one before.
Let me see here. So I got a first-time chat from Dragon Dread. What order should I buy the DLCs in? The most important DLC is Heroes of the Inner Sphere, because that one, that adds the career mode, which is the good mode, and it adds the largest quantity of battle mechs and weapons. Yeah. I would say the least important DLC to buy is Legend of the Kestrel Lancers, because it doesn't add any new weapons in, and it doesn't add any new mechs in. It only adds a campaign experience. In fact, if you wanted to, you could skip Legends of the Kestrel Lancers. I would say, I mean, like, I would suggest still supporting Battletech content personally, but, like, if there was something to hit the chopping block, Legends of the Kestrel Lancers should hit the chopping block. And what are the other two? Call to Arms and the current one? I would say Call to Arms is probably the next important one, because that introduces the melee combat, all of the melee weapons. So you get a lot of, like, you know, for example, this Banshee comes equipped with a katana. And Call to Arms is what introduces all of the melee weapons. Although at the same time, the current expansion, Rise of Rasalhague, introduces the mercenary system, which, let me zoom up to the map real fast. So, like, you can see, like, these people here on the map, these are, like, mercenary occupied territory, which is, like, a new mechanic in the game. So, like, Those two, they still add something that I think are valuable, but I would say the one you definitely want is Heroes of the Inner Sphere, because it adds like 6 new mechs, a bunch of weapons, and you get the career mode. And the one you want to avoid, if you're looking to not purchase every single one of them, is Legends of the Kestrel Lancers. That would be my take on it. All right, I want to sell some of these mechs.
Is this grasshopper belong to Michael Jackson?
It might. Let me sell some of these mechs that we're not going to use. I love the Catapult K2, but I'm not going to keep all of those. Honestly, I'm going to sell the Crusaders. We don't need the Crusaders. What else can I sell? A lot of these mechs are unique models, and I don't want to sell them because they're unique. What exactly that? They're unique models. I don't think we need this many awesomes anymore. I'm gonna sell some of these awesomes. I will keep 4 awesomes just in case we want to use them later on. Same with the archers. I do like having dedicated missile mechs, so I'm gonna hang on to the archers for now. No. The way the mercenaries... Well, the mercenaries can come to help you. The mercenaries will either do 3 things. They will either do nothing at all. They will come against you and attack you because they are on the other side, or they could come and assist you. But there is also a progression system. Here it is. So this is a progression system that is based on fighting enemy mercenaries. So some of these are ghosted out because I've never fought them before. And then the ones that have been colored in are the ones that I have defeated them at least once. And you can level this up and gain basically standing with the bounty hunter, and he will give you stuff. Paint schemes, weapons, lost tech, and then eventually you can even get a special mission with the bounty hunter where you and the bounty hunter go into battle.
Nice.
Okay, so we need to wait for some of these repairs to get finished. So let's move on to Coruscant, I guess. Actually, I do want to see what some of these rare weapons are. There might be something worthwhile there. But without a doubt, Heroes of the Inner Sphere, I can't emphasize that is the big one, because that one adds like 6 new battle mechs and many new weapon types. So there's a Marauder for sale here. It is the L version. A rare PPC. Wow. Tier 5. I'll buy it. SRM 6 stream. I hate stream. I don't care how rare it is if it's stream. Let's just jump to this. Also, we do need to give the Banshee some time to repair, and then, Sheriff, I'll let you customize the Banshee.
Yeah, I mean, it will not be too different from the stock that it came as.
A rare King Crab. Well, the King Crab is pretty rare on its own. I don't know if it's in the budget, though. Like, I'm kind of happy at 50,000 or 50 million. An ER, I'm just gonna. Wow, that's a lot of lost. Ooh, a solid slug.
That's a lot of stuff.
I gotta watch my budget. We gotta watch our budget. Like, it's very easy to burn through your money. Okay, so I'm going to replace the AC-10 scattering shells with...
Oh, 3037, that's fine.
Here we go, solid slug. Okay, so I'm going to upgrade to solid slug there.
Nice. The solid slugs are pretty good.
Yes, I am a fan of solid slug. I mean, I don't dislike scattering, but not for that mech. That mech isn't trying to box with enemies up close. So I don't want scattering shells in that case. Alright, so here's Coruscant. This is the last one that claims to have rare weapons for sale. Also, we can probably pick up another mission. I'm trying to level up some of the slacking tech trees, so I'm going to try to do that.
Yeah, no problem.
Collect a kill a Highlander. Ooh, for a tier 5 AC-20?
Oh, hard to say no to that.
Yeah, I'm not saying no to that. Unfortunately, the Highlander is a fairly uncommon mech to fight, but, you know, like, I need to target some of these because...
You're gonna find that in assassination missions probably more than anything, I would say.
I don't think we need any of, like our mech bay is really nice right now. I really don't have a problem
really
with the mechs we have at the moment.
They got some really cool mechs.
Also, if you want to recustomize that, that Michael Jackson, then go ahead.
I honestly don't know what to do with it, but I'll give it a go. Let's have a look.
Let me see, wow, 40 days on the Banshee still. Okay, let's just... Oh, here's another Hero Mech. Alright, we're just going to continue shopping while those things repair.
How heavy is the Ghost Rifle? I don't like the Ghost Rifle.
Lycan says that the Grasshopper looks sick. Yeah, the reflective gold components are an interesting touch. Like, there's not a lot of mechs that have that. The Hero Charger. Wow, this one has a gaudy color scheme. Well, I'm buying it. Alright, we got another mech. We've got the Hero Charger, the N7. I guess he's a fan of Mass Effect. Look, Evie, are you there? I have found your mech, Evie. Oh, this is also Tox's mech. Non-toxic, she likes the color purple. And if Destiny's here, it's also your mech too. Look at this. It's got 4-leaf clovers on it, Sheriff.
Oh no. Look at it. That is an absolute abomination.
This has got to be, no, this was, according, wait, what expansion is that? Is that, oh yeah, this was added with Heroes of the Inner Sphere.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable. Okay, I'll customize this one since, like, you know, you don't seem to like it very much.
I mean, it's ugly as hell, so yeah, do what you want with it.
Wow, this is going to be a very simple mech. I would like to quickly point this out. So, we're going to do 2 PPCs.
Do you want the double heat sinks taken off this mech, or do you want to leave them on?
Whoa, is it a Hero Mech?
Yeah.
How many double heat sinks do we have?
I don't know.
Like no double heat sinks for now. If it performs well, then we can like change our mind later.
Yeah, we're already on it. There's 65 of them, by the way. I've got tons of space. I've changed this thing quite a lot.
Where is regular laser? Oh my god, I'll sort by name. Medium laser.
Good chem laser doing.
Actually, no. Let me bump its armor up. Let me see how much armor I need. Maximum. Wow. Wow. This thing was missing a lot of armor. Okay, how many heat sinks is this? Let me just remove all the heat sinks, and I'll just re-add them manually. Okay, what's the speed of this mech? 64? So this mech, in order to fire 2 PPCs realistically, you are going to need a minimum of like 12 heat sinks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow.
Yeah, let's see how this goes. Might take a while though.
Okay. I cannot make this work with 2 PPCs. That's all. That's what it means. If I can't make it work with 2 PPCs, then I have to change it.
It really is painted like an e-girl streamer mech, now you say that. That's like some e-girl headset.
No, what am I doing? That's a stupid build. I've lost my mind temporarily. Okay. Then I can add in a few more heat sinks. This is a much more sensible build. Assault knuckles for 2 tons. Assault hammer fist. Only 2 tons for that.
That seems pretty reasonable.
Let me see. So, yeah, I might try that. Knuckles and hammer fist. And then maybe I take off 4 heat sinks. That's going to leave me with 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. Yeah, I think we can do that. I think that'll fit. I think that'll work.
What a funny looking mech.
Okay, I think that's what we're going to go with. Like, I had to restrain my desire to, like, over tinker it, but I think I have done that successfully. Okay, so let's continue shopping. Wait, what's the rare weapon here? LRM-20 with Artemis? Wow, that's really good quality. I'll take that one. I'll take all of them? Question mark? I'll take 2 of them. Rare Assault Battle Axe. Tier 4, wow.
Yes, please.
Okay, we are definitely needing the monies. I mean, we're okay, we're stable on money, but we could definitely use more.
Such stupid Banshees at 7 days, that's so annoying.
I'll stop. I'll wait an extra 7 days here. I'll just do it.
Okay.
I'll do it right now. In fact,
It won't take long to repair this anyway.
timeline. Okay, Banshee's ready.
I don't foresee me changing too much from what it was originally.
The Vindicator 1 SIC. I don't recognize this model. Interesting. It was added in Legends of the Kestrel Lancers, apparently. Let me know when the customizations are locked in, and then we'll just go find some. We will go in quest of money.
Just 1 wee second.
Wait, there's a Hero Mech for sale here? Quick Wolf asks, what's this game about? In this game, you are in the year like 3000 and something, and you are a mercenary. So we own a ship and a bunch of walking robots, and we are going to kill people for monies. Oh man, another Hero Mech. We're losing all of our money to these hero designs, but I'm gonna buy it anyways. I'll recustomize this one real fast.
Okay. I think we're good to go. Okay,
that's fine. 10 armor is a little thin on the back, but I'm gonna do 10 armor on the back. I'm gonna do I do medium lasers on a mech like this? Or small? Nah, I'm gonna do small lasers. This mech is fast. We can do small lasers. I'm gonna do small lasers to save some space. SRM-4? Question mark? Yeah, SRM-4s, I think. And then I shave a little bit of armor off to accommodate the new weapons. I take one more there off there. This thing has ferrofibrous armor, so its armor isn't very cooperative. Also, I'm going to downgrade the heat sinks just because I want to see its performance with regular heat sinks first. The answer will be probably not super great. It probably does need double heat sinks. Okay, we need to stop spending our money. Off to a mission where we can re-earn our money. Okay, so which of these are going to be close by? Let's do... This one from House Liao looks pretty close by. Our house layout isn't that far from us. They're like right over here. Well, we could go in either direction. We're right in the middle, so we could either go... Wait, who is this? Oh my god, is this the Duchy of Endurian? Way to go, purple team. Way to go, purple team. Okay, let's go... Whatever, let's just go to... What is this? Where's a quest that we can do? I want to do a quest. This one here, the false flag. Now, we're going here. Okay. Everything in this game costs money. Traveling costs money, just existing costs money. You have to pay your bills all the time. So that's why, you know, I don't always, like, sometimes it takes a moment for me to commit to what direction we go.
Yeah.
Black market. Ooh, heavy rifles. No heavy rifles for sale. Wait. No good heavy rifles for sale. Sorry about that. No, low quality heavy rifles. I'll buy 2 just in case we start running out. I don't think we will, though. Alright, so we got a quest here. Enemy of my enemy. While the great houses of Liao and Merrick have clashed for centuries, other enemies often force an enemy of my enemy detente. Or detente, I don't know, I'm not French. Safe, House Merrick's intelligence apparatuses unearthed a plot where a clandestine Davian strike force, believed to be an ad hoc detachment of the Lexington Combat Group, has infiltrated Merrick's base. They plan on invading the Capellan Confederation via the Free Worlds League, hoping to spark a war between the two nations. Although the League has fought many wars with House Liao, the Confederation serves as a useful buffer between the League and the much stronger House Davian. As such, House Merrick wants to hire you to destroy the Davian strike force in secret. If the truth is revealed, House Liao may not trust the situation, and a war may ensue regardless. Okay, sounds simple enough. I'm all about blowing stuff up. Here we go. Difficulty level is 70, so it's actually exactly where we were last time. Tonnage is 315. It says the Lexington Combat Group Detachment, disguised as House Merrick troops, is en route to the Capellan Confederation's border. You must go where they have last been reported to intercept them. Pursue, engage, and gain victory at all costs. Taking down their leader's battle mech is the optimum path for success, so it's an assassination mission.
Okay.
Lots of salvage. 45 salvage. Love to see it. Okay, we got $1 million. We got $1 million in coverage,
The
and we're
nasty
getting
weather
base
means your
payout of
visibility
$2
will be
million.
limited out there and have adverse effects
All right, so
on
do
your
you want to
sensors.
try any of these new mechs out?
I could try Mr. Bling. Where did Mr. Bling go? Mr. Bling. Mr. Bling has got 2 days left.
Oh, yeah. It looks like he needs a little more time to complete his
Okay.
refits.
Then Mr. Bling can go away.
I'm going to use the cicada.
What sort of mission is this? What we doing? Killing things? I might just take.
Assassination.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Maybe
take
the
lunch.
cicada is not a good idea for an assassination mission.
I'm gonna chop stuff up then.
Gonna chop them up.
If you want to bring something bigger, I can definitely downsize them.
How much space do I have? I have an extra 10.
I can drop down to something a lot smaller. Don't panic.
Let me see. I think I have a 50 ton somewhere. No, I can move one of these guys into an awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
Where's the awesome at? Did I bench the awesome?
Here, look, I can change this. That's
Oh
fine.
yeah, did you see the awesome? Put on the
No,
awesome.
no, I mean I can change out of this mech to something.
No,
a bit
no,
smaller.
no. I want to see the new mech in action.
Okay. I don't think the awesome's there anymore.
Okay.
Do you think
Well,
anyone else is 80 tons? No. It would appear.
okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with Old Reliable here in the Dragon SDW. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bump one of them down. What is this mech? It's an 85 ton mech, so let me try to save 5 tons by putting one of them in. The Archer.
Nice.
The Archer doesn't have a lot of rare equipment. The only rare equipment that the Archer has is the active probe. So if the mech theoretically takes a beating, as the active probe is the only thing of value. Like, everything else is replaceable on it.
I would change those two mechs around on the sense that one's got like evasion that's like 2 better. It might
I'll just move half the way over, because I like to have him in descending skill. There we go.
That might help. It might help. Who knows? Maybe not.
It's a simple optimization.
It may make no difference at all.
Simple optimization. Maybe in the end, all of this planning will be for nothing. Maybe it'll just be a super easy mission.
Or maybe it'll be a real pain in the ass.
Or we could get our butts blasted.
But I believe the super sword will save the day.
Reactor online. Sensors online.
What weapon did you equip it with?
The Claymore. The Claymore's the same weight as the katana, but it does like 12 more damage.
The commander in charge
Let me see what it looks like. Oh yeah, look at that.
Fighters. Be careful. She's
It's like you're playing World of Warcraft now. We're playing World of Warcraft in MechWarrior.
It also sounds really cool.
Do we want to go down the middle, or would you prefer to go north along the edge and attack straight downwards?
Yeah, let's go that way as well.
Go north on the edge?
Yeah. Not on the edge.
Okay, so I'm in the Sidewinder, so that means, like, once we get a little closer, what I'm going to do is order the mechs to hold position, then I will scout and see what we're up against.
I do think you get much better range with the sword than you do with the axe. Which makes sense.
Oh, yeah, it's got a better reach to it. That makes
it does,
sense.
yeah.
What about all these desert hoodoos?
I just keep punching them. Chopping them up. They suck.
Only one of my hands can punch.
Why? What's wrong with the other one?
Hell if I know. I just know that I can't punch with my gun arm. I can only punch with the other arm.
Yeah, maybe there's a can push fire will explode. Good job, Brianna.
At the other locations.
Okay, I'm gonna find a good place to park our guys, since they are a long-range set of mechs.
I'm just gonna have a little peek.
Ground armor spotted.
Throttling
Okay.
up, I'm gonna tell them to stay right here. I got something on radar. It is...
New target.
I got a Griffin, and I've got a Jaeger mech. It's the AC variant.
Target
Ooh, I
acquired.
don't like that.
Once
I'm
you've
not
found the
gonna be very
targeted
effective.
asset, move up to it, and
You
we'll
find
begin
that?
the recovery procedure.
Yeah, we might just have our team
On
bombard them
location,
out.
Commander.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Target is down.
Target destroyed.
There's
I
something
still
to
don't
show
have
me.
I haven't regained the visual on the Jaeger mech.
He's on the left on the cliff. I might
New
actually advance on him.
Jaeger Mech.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can get-
he's actually might be caught in close combat there. If you might be able to get him. He's attacking us now.
Target acquired.
Okay, the Griffin has chose to get up close with us.
Okay, it's dead.
Wow, that was quick.
I'm gonna start working on some of these tanks down here because they're proving to be a bit annoying.
I am currently
Hey,
engaged with the Griffin.
Are you okay with it, or?
Yeah, it's just being an annoying medium mech. Just doing medium mech things.
Okay, we have our... That's an awesome... Okay, I'm just gonna come back out here. That should not have seen me from that distance, I didn't think. Sorry, I just shot through that.
Target acquired.
The next set are approaching us.
Okay, I'm ordering our mechs to advance closer. Not too much closer though.
I think the assassination target might be an awesome, so just be mindful of that.
At the requested location.
You vaporized him.
At requested location.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Oh, I see the assassination target. It is a standard awesome.
I'm gonna weigh in on him here.
Target acquired.
Okay, I'm on the blackjack then.
Aggie, any last words? Goodbye.
Well done. Jim is officially KIA. I'm coming down for exfiltration, but be sure to hurry up. I'm seeing incoming reinforcements.
Target destroyed.
That bounty is ours. Farhad will break open
Really?
a case of
That
TPD
was
when
a
you get back to
70
the ship
difficulty
safely.
bounty?
Target destroyed.
It's the super sword.
Did you chop them up?
Yeah, I did, yeah. What was that?
AU throws Sebs as a T1. He's been a sub for 15 months. Good gravy. That's a long time. Thank
it's a
you
hell
for
of a long
being
time.
such a long member of the Fox Republic, AU throw. Like, not satisfied with the amount of enemies you chopped up, I see.
No, I smash everything. Smash.
Yeah, the sword seems pretty good.
The sword's insane.
What is it,
It's
80 damage?
72.5, but when you add that to... Oh, nice. When you add that to... Yeah, we did some good damage there. To the 5 medium lasers it's got stuck on it as well, it does pretty good. Like,
Some
what
of the
is that?
stuff will just sell off.
Each medium laser does 5 damage, you get 5, that's 25. You're basically doing 100 damage. 130 damage. If you hit them with a claymore, the knuckles, and 5 medium lasers, 130 damage. There's not too many mechs are gonna survive that.
You know, it's funny, the Archer Agent Corps literally took 0 damage, and the Stalker took 14 damage. So that went perfectly for them.
I guess the +2 evasion helped.
It might have been the difference maker.
Yeah, I don't think we would have survived that mission if not for that. 'Cause the only thing I would say here about using these melee mechs, the one thing I've noticed, and as a tip to anyone who wants to use them, do put on some damage insurance because you're going to take damage regardless of what you think you're going to do.
Yeah, I mean, you do have to mix it up with them. It's very high risk, high reward, because like it does kind of like unprecedented damage. But on the other hand, like you're gonna take possibly unprecedented damage as well. The enemy of my enemy part 2. Our safe agents have learned that the Lexington Combat Group is furious at your interference. We believe they're now planning a retaliatory attack on the Free Worlds League. You are to defend the targeted settlement by any means necessary. Defense mission?
Nice.
I'm into it.
That sounds like a fun mission. I like defense missions.
It's right over here, too. I'm probably going to use the Archer Agent Corps.
Okay.
Like, I actually really like the Agent Corps. It exceeded my expectations.
It's quite a nice looking mech too.
Yeah, I agree. It's got like that kind of has like a French look to it.
Yeah, it's quite regal and like looks like something royalty would pilot.
So the next mission, also 70 difficulty, drop weight 315 tons. Although you averted a war between the Free Worlds League and the Capellan Confederation, the still disguised Lexington Combat Group is lashing out at a local colony. Defend the civilians from the hostility. Okay. I can handle that. Alright, in we go. So I'm going to use the Archer Agent Corps. Where's the Archer Agent Corps at? There it is.
Where's Mr. Bling? I'm gonna use him. Mr. Bling?
Are you going to use the,
Where the heck do you go?
Let me put him in lighter mechs for now.
Oh, there he is there. Nice.
Oh, we actually have more room. Stalker? Stalker? Oh, it all fits.
Nice.
It looks fine to me. Oh, yeah. I mean, I forgot the Banshee's a 95-ton mech. That makes sense, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna try
First
the
I was
King Crab,
scratching my head like, where did all this extra weight come from?
I was gonna use the King Crab, but I thought, no, I want to try the new ones. Well, we can try the King Crab in a slightly more impressive mission.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to do
All right,
like
boss.
a real story
We
mission
need
soon.
to defend a nearby colony from the Lexington Combat
So I'm gonna
Group.
moonwalk my way
It's up
over
to
there.
you to keep them safe.
You're going to moonwalk your way there?
We're at target location, and not a moment too soon.
Friendly mechs in
It's
our
really shiny.
mercenary
There's no doubt
lands.
about that.
We're grateful that you made
So
it.
cool.
Hostile hostile forces just crossed the perimeter,
Uh-oh.
Commander.
No more
They're heading
midwife.
your
Ah,
way.
yes, our barely functional allies are here.
This is a pretty thin base to defend against 21 enemies, I might add.
Holding it.
Hopefully most of them are vehicles.
Target acquired.
Fire the
Okay.
missiles!
Right, what is going on here with these weapon groups?
Oh, I lost my lock, of course.
Obviously.
At your requested waypoint.
I like how I can see that enemy, but I can't lock onto him with my radar.
Target
he is.
acquired.
Supply
Okay.
depot has been leveled.
What? We just lost 4% because someone walked into something.
Target destroyed.
Enemy forces continuing to converge on your location. Stay frosty, Commander.
So I forgot, what does that mech have?
Target acquired.
The mech I have?
Oh, that grasshopper has an AC? Oh, it's right, it came with a Gauss rifle originally.
Yeah, I changed a lot about it. In fact, actually, I didn't keep anything apart from the medium lasers.
Launching the missiles.
Target destroyed.
Enemy reinforcements spotted in the area. They look like they're heading your
It's not a
way.
mech I ever really use.
Target
Oh, there's an archer.
Target acquired.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm
that's
telling the
got me.
Lance to focus fire on this rifle, man. We're gonna try to, like, counter-bombard him.
I'm gonna engage this Shadowhawk, I think.
He's on that kill list. You know
There's
what
more
to do.
mechs coming from behind as well.
Okay.
The rifleman is feeling it now.
Enemy mech down.
Okay, we got him.
Unable. Invalid target ID.
Lance is focusing fire on the enemy archer. I don't know
Oh,
why
no,
we were
okay.
hitting its legs specifically, but we are.
I hit it with an AC-20.
Okay, we've got a Wolverine in here, so I'm switching fire to the Wolverine.
Archer gone.
We got missiles incoming. I'm gonna counter bombard.
How did he survive that?
Target
Looks like you've got their
A quick
attention.
draw is en
I'm
route.
showing multiple
Oh,
hostiles
quick draw is
incoming
something
on
we need
your
to destroy.
position.
That's one
You
of
must have
your.
really kicked over the
I'm locking
beehive
on
here,
now.
Commander. More hostiles inbound.
Archstalker
I'm
is
changing my
nailed,
lock onto these helicopters. Oh, I lost targeting on it.
Obviously.
We've lost the critical supplies house.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Got it.
Target destroyed.
We've got a wave of mechs behind us. Looks like it's mostly a heavy wave. This is a fairly serious battle they're throwing this into.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Target acquired.
Yeah, that's Crusader. They're kind of beefy.
Target destroyed.
Not a fan of them.
Missile.
Locking onto the
Got a
Crusader.
Warhammer and a Cataphract.
Tango assigned.
I'm in range of all weapons now. Hope you like missiles, pal.
He done.
His weapons are down. Okay, locking onto the war. Watch it, they're focusing fire on you.
Yeah. I'm just gonna gun for this guy. He won't be able to hack it anyway.
Oh, he's taking a lot of damage. Locking onto the cataphract.
I'm gonna try and sneak over behind this rock over here because he is just gunning for me crazy.
People wonder why I bring so much LRM ammo. This is exactly why I bring so much LRM ammo. Like, I'm actually starting to run out of missiles. I got 500 missiles remaining. I'm really happy with the heat on this mech.
Nice work.
Yeah, me too. Actually, I haven't had any heat problems with this mech either.
Yeah,
The
I'm
chemicals
just
were a good
just
shot.
now starting to overheat, but man, it's like it's been cranking out a lot of damage for the amount of heat.
Alert the commander.
All right, another drop ship's coming in. They are running out of bodies though. I'm probably going to
Yeah.
stand a little more close to the front because my armor is actually pretty good.
Yeah, I'm like just sort of by medium range here. We've got 2 vehicles behind us, so if there's 3 mechs here, a stalker.
I'm going to target the Warhammer because it's a slightly softer target. And it still has some, decent long-range firepower.
Yeah, you're right. There's a stalker there as well.
Yeah, I want to get the Stalker soon, but I'm going to focus on the Warhammer for now. What a humongous miss by that Warhammer.
There might only be 2 mechs there.
Yeah, I think it's just the 2 mechs.
And then there's 2 vehicles behind us.
Okay, the
There's one
Stalker's
vehicle behind us
beginning
there.
its attack. The Warhammer's falling apart. He's down. We're focusing fire on the Stalker now.
Yeah, I'm just trying to...
Alright, I'm gonna
Pick
go
my
into
battles
close
there.
combat with it. I'm sure Tox is enjoying this. She likes LRMs.
Oh, I lost the AC-20, no.
Punch them out.
Acquired. Target destroyed.
Nah, that was a disappointing way the last minute
You've
or
made
two.
a real difference today. Those cities owe you their lives.
Yeah, those Stalkers can fight up close too. Like those Stalkers have like multiple medium lasers and double SRMs up close. They're
I think
like,
that's what got me.
they're not like. It's like the Stalker seems like a long range. I mean, the Stalker is a long range threat. It has 2 large lasers and 2 LRMs, but like when you get up close to it, it's like it can fight up close too. Guess I'll take that large laser. Good thing we took some damage coverage, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, it does exceed our damage coverage, but not by a whole lot, to be honest.
And also, we have a replacement for the AC-20 as well. I didn't use one that we didn't have a replacement for, so...
Okay, I'm gonna sell these off. Plus, the salvage isn't terrible, so let me go ahead and sell these off, and I'll sell that off. The Agent Court is performing quite well. I'm pretty happy with its performance. How did you like the Enemy of My Enemy Part 3? We thank you for your aid in ending this threat to our nation. Nevertheless, the situation continues to develop. SAFE has uncovered disturbing but unsubstantiated findings to point to House Davion's complete lack of involvement in the Lexington Combat Group's hiring. Our trail of breadcrumbs now points to overzealous elements within the Fusiliers of Orient's 4th Brigade, Provincial Free Worlds League troops, who are desperate to destroy House Liao. Wow. So, even when it's supposed to be a plot of House Davion trying to start a war, no, it's actually House Merrick punching itself in the face again. So let me read this part again. To this end, it is believed that our trail of breadcrumbs now points to overzealous elements within the Fusilier of Orient's 4th Brigade, a provincial Free Worlds League military troop who are desperate to destroy House Liao. To this end, it is believed that leadership of the Fourth worked with a local colony of fanatics to stage the Lexington's initial strike against Capellan Confederation and arrange House Davion's culpability. The political ramifications for sending federal Free Worlds League troops against provincial troops in the Duchy of Orient without ironclad evidence or parliamentary approval can't be overstated until we can sort out politics of the situation. A careful watch will be placed on the Fourth. In the interim, you must strike at this colony of anti-Liao fanatics, eliminate any on-world forces, making examples such as zealotry. Wow.
Sounds fair to me.
Yeah, it's like the Free Worlds League is literally just like, stop punching yourself, stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself.
That's what I kind of don't like about them. They are probably the dumbest of all the houses.
Yeah, it's why they never. It's why they're never ever doing anything. Like they're never doing anything because they're too busy fighting themselves.
They are the smoothest of all the brains.
Okay, here we go. Demo mission. The Lexington Combat Group has departed, but the true culprits behind this war have revealed themselves. Rogue Free Worlds League troops have holed up with fanatic dissidents who will stop at nothing to reignite war with House Liao. Level the enemy base to eliminate this threat before House Liao and Merrick are back at each other's throats. Whatever you say, guys. Get some money in here. Okay, I'm gonna try out the really shiny charger.
Okay.
I can downgrade our mechs if you want something bigger as well, because we do have some like goon mechs on standby for lighter duty.
So what should I go with then?
Like for example, I'll put them on it now. We can just put them on the champions.
Oh wow, yeah. I mean, I don't need 115, so I can really take anything then.
Somebody wants to see an Atlas. Wow, what about the car?
Oh yeah.
How about the car? Yeah, the car. And let me bring out something a little bigger on one of these guys. What do I got? 15 tons? So I can go up to 75 tons?
We'll run the Atlas next time. We'll do the Atlas next time. We really need to try out this big brute though.
Yeah, I agree. We need to try the huge boy. Yeah, I think the battle... No, I don't think anything else will fit. This is the only thing that'll fit. Well, 15 tons isn't that big of a deal. I think they just got hit by an advertisement, so I'm going to wait.
Okay. Yeah, we can bring the Atlases in the next mission.
Yeah. We'll bring the... I'll even text to them. Yeah, so I'm going to be going in the new Charger N7, who is, I guess, is a fan of, what do you call it? Mass Effect, because, like, N7 was the, what do you call it? N7 was the name of the Special Forces organization for humanity in Mass Effect. Like, it's not just purple. It's, like, reflective purple. Like, it's not, like, matted down paint.
No.
The, because it's like, you know, like, for example, our champions have matte paint, where it's like, it's not like, yeah, sure, it literally reflects light, but like this purple is like a metallic paint coating. Like it literally is
shined and polished until you could shave in the reflection of it.
So like while we're waiting for their ad, and let's look at the car. So the car is a little dilapidated at the moment because it does have 4 heavy rifles, but they have almost all different quality levels. We're packing a maximum quality tier 5 heavy rifle, which is really nice. We need to get more of those. And then we got a tier 2 and then a pair of tier 1s. It's also fully kitted out with 8 upgrades, so like I am curious to see how the car will perform with its new upgrades. The car was suffering from significant heat problems. I don't feel like the upgrades are going to solve the heat problems, but hopefully they're not as bad. The Charger I wound up customizing. Originally, it had 2 PPCs, which I think is a, you know, probably a little bit of overreach, mainly because I could not fit on the heat sinks necessary to keep 2 PPCs under control. Like, to fire 2 PPCs aggressively, you need a lot of heat sinks, and I just couldn't fit the heat sinks in. So I decided to remove one of the PPCs, and instead I just went with a secondary. Actually, the PPC is no longer this mech's primary weapon. The primary weapon is a battery of 5 medium lasers. That might sound a little light for an 80-ton mech, 5 medium lasers and a PPC. However, it has so many heat sinks that it should be able to use those weapons very aggressively. So it will be a mech that is deceptively powerful. It should be, at least, because mechs that have more weapons, they tend to have some heat problems, and basically if you can't shoot your weapons because you're overheating, then all of those extra weapons don't mean anything. So I'm really hoping that this charger has a lot of stamina and is able to just cut through the enemies, and then the PPC will act as a long-range option for the mech so that it's able to swat down choppers, pick off things, as well as, it will deliver a knockout punch on a exposed armor. And then the champions are pretty close to their original design. They have a mixture of long-range and close-range options. So I think their ad should be done by now. So oh God, get out of my chair, cat. I swear, I stand up out of my seat for just a moment, and the cats just immediately jump in. Where possible, I try not to play when an ad hits. But if I'm in the middle of a battle, obviously I can't do anything about that. But because we were in a loading bay area, we were able to wait for the chat. Which, like I said, I think the chat is back.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Also, I did not. I need to change my weapon groups.
FWL troops who've attempted to orchestrate this scheme to spark all-out war with House Liao. We've been given the green light to level their base and put a stop to their plot.
Oh my goodness, look how far we have to travel.
It's another 3,000. Like Rihanna's doing this on purpose because she hears us talking smack about her.
I feel like I could put this on there auto what and go and make myself a 3-course meal and I would come back and it would still not be there.
Okay, my weapon groups are done. PPC, all... Ooh. No, all lasers, and then melee. Okay, I do have enhanced melee, so that is a part of this mech strategy.
Wind turbine, it must die. It must die.
Clean energy is for losers.
It really is.
Wait, we've got a group of choppers up ahead.
I see if I can hit one from really far. No.
That was slightly off, unfortunately.
Diving down as far as he can.
I hate it when they juke in a completely unrealistic manner. Bro, you can't just vehicles can't do that. You can't just make a shift in direction like that, without any no change in momentum or anything.
It's like a level 60 VTOL pilot.
He's oh, fuck the laws of energy conservation.
Oh, gravity? You really think that's real?
He's like, what are you, a noob?
G-force? Are you having a laugh?
You're you smooth-brained idiots that are limited by gravity and physics. If this is the mech, if the car is the mech that your father had to duke it out with, maybe I could understand why your father got owned so easily.
Yeah,
because the car has some pretty nasty weapons. You know. Come think of it, the guy who's the leader of Black Inferno, he doesn't even have a unique King Crab. No. He just has a King Crab.
I have a feeling that the dad he's a bit of a noob. I mean, he's using the Victor. He's definitely a noob. He's using the Victor.
I mean, your dad is someone who has to slow down and change directions.
Yeah.
He can't just instantly do a 180.
What was that meant to be
I
signifying?
like how my battle mech has RGB.
No, yes, so it does. Of course it would. Of course it would have pink lights on the
Yeah,
top
it's
of it.
got RGB on the interior.
Enemy destroyed.
Oh, 2 more J. Edgars and you'll get a nice prize.
I could use it. I always get harassers and Edgars confused.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
I don't like that guy.
Well, he's definitely dead.
Yeah, I want to make sure he was the most dead of all the times. What are you
There's
even
no
doing?
doubt about it.
Are we got, like walking up this place to destroy it? I'm assuming.
I think it is a demo mission, yes. So
Ooh,
I'm just
there's a
gonna park
worst
these
mech.
guys like somewhere, because they are still technically a long-range support type of mech.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna
Maybe
park
it's
them
cool.
somewhere.
They got some good weapons they have.
Yeah, they I mean they're kind of a raiding style mech, but
Alive. We have incoming battle mechs. Warehouse destroyed.
warehouse
Oh, mech.
destroyed.
Target
All right,
identified.
into the battle.
Down.
Oh,
Leave
that Ryan's
nothing
got
left
opened
for
up.
them to salvage.
Wow, that's a lot of enemies.
And the heat is so much better. I have to say.
It's noticeable.
Oh, definitely.
I'm gonna try to help with that mech.
Target acquired.
I opened up the Shadowhawk.
I cannot see anything. There's so much damage.
I'm gonna try to knock this guy out.
Okay, open up another shadow.
Okay, that's the end of him. I'm gonna try to finish the Shadowhawk. He's not dead.
Target Shadowhawk.
I need to bail out.
Target destroyed.
Nice kill, Commander.
What is that? A scorpion!
Acquired.
Damn you, scorpion.
Target destroyed.
We're on the move.
I'm definitely not having ammo problems, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, doesn't that thing have over 100 ammo?
It's got, like, well, I've shot quite a lot and I still have 120.
Moving to grid location.
Okay, here we are in the base. I'm gonna start walking through these buildings.
Holding at designated grid location.
Here we go. I do kind of feel bad seeing the paint scheme get beat up on this mech.
Keep at it,
Just because it's
everyone.
like, the paint scheme is like where all the money goes.
I feel like it kind of deserves having the paint scheme destroyed.
I mean, so far the mech is in okay condition, but, you know, I'm sure that'll change by the time this is over.
Oh, they're totally gunning for me in that last bit. Well,
Damage to a number of the facility structures. We appear to be about halfway there.
oh, the crowd is so fat, it's great. You just walk through these buildings with no problem destroying them.
Oh, because it's so wide.
It's so wide.
Just a wee bit more, Commander. This complex is on the verge of collapse.
Let me go back through the buildings on the other side now. Goodbye warehouse.
Oh, mech. What is it?
A mech?
Phoenix
Where?
Hawk. Kinda die, loser.
Not the deadliest of enemies, that's for sure.
Oh, wow. All on the side torso.
Target acquired.
Watch out. Chemical tanks destroyed.
Target destroyed.
Trying to get this partisan out of here.
Destroyed. Target acquired.
Taking on heavy fire. Just lost a component.
Okay, I got the partisans.
We're nearly done here.
Oh,
done.
dropship.
With you.
Hostile transport ship coming in.
At the requested location.
Rifleman is my target.
Holding
Oh.
waypoint.
That thunderbolt just got minced.
Target
using all of my weapon systems there, considering I did put on the melee weapons.
Yeah, finish him off.
He's toast.
Critical. Splash target.
Target destroyed.
Okay, that did protect the, what do you call the champions? I was a little worried they were going to focus fire on the champions, but that honestly went really well.
Pretty sure they focus fired on me.
Wait, another dropship?
Oh, nice. More sacrifice to the slaughter. Choppers.
Acquired.
I'm putting them on the choppers. It's a heavy
They're
lance. One of them is a rifleman.
Destroyed.
The Orion's kind of damaged.
Okay, I see the Orion. I'm going to go for the Orion then.
There's a Thunderbolt and the rifleman to pardon me.
Target acquired.
I'm going to go beeline it right for that Orion that you damaged.
Okay, he's really very damaged now.
Raptor unit squad taking heavy damage.
Okay, he's down. Rifleman.
Nearly dead.
You got him?
Dead.
Destroyed.
Group target acknowledged. Enemy mech destroyed.
This thing does so much damage.
Eliminated.
So those upgrades really helped it?
Oh yeah, I mean you get it basically changed it from doing like I think whenever you fired all four simultaneously it did like 70 heat. It's only doing oh I'll tell you right now. So it's currently at 6. And it goes up to about well it still goes to like 70 heat but it comes down a lot faster, I'll tell you that much. It's
It does
it's
have the
basically-
upgrades for improving ballistic heat and stuff like that. And it does
It
have
basically
more
goes down
double
to
heat
30.
sinks.
It's down at 30 by the time that you're firing your next time. I think before it was down at 50, meaning you couldn't fire a second shot.
Are dead. Any remaining survivors?
Well, that goes to show that the enhancement... And the thing is, there's still room for improvement
Good
on
work,
it.
boss.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean it made some difference.
This mech actually turned out pretty good. Like, I'm actually pretty happy with the way the way this Charger N7 came out. Like, if you like a more aggressive boxing mech, like this mech is very much like an aggressive boxing style mech. Like, it wants to get up in people's faces whenever possible. At the same time, it can still fight at 400 meters with the, you know, like trying to like plink away with the medium lasers and the PPC. It has the option to do that, so I am pretty happy with it overall.
I think the damage that my mech did will tell you everything you need to know about the quad
Oh god,
heavy rifle.
1700 damage.
That's a bit of damage, alright.
Looks like the champions got a little worked up towards the end, but there are no
They did
weapons
great
in the
damage.
arms. The arms of the champion have no weapons in them.
They get great damage as well. 890 and 687 is not bad.
Yeah, like the that champion design honestly isn't bad. I'm a little worried about the AI using it just because like the champion does want to shake some gunfire off with evasion, and like the AI is not the best at that. But like the champion definitely stings, especially in like groups.
Hell yeah.
Further evidence gathered by SAVE indicates that House Davian may indeed have been behind the Lexington Combat Group's initial hiring, and MIIO and MI6 counterintelligence had led us to implicate one of our own regiments, thus weakening our defenses. Okay, so it's like the double backstab. Although the Fed sun is too distant for us to strike back over this duplicity, this treachery will be remembered. We thank you for your part in helping us prevent an open war. Feel free to take this Salvage Orient battle mech as a bonus on behalf of SAFE, but remember, none of this ever happened. You are bound by the Free Worlds League's Official Secrets Act and non-disclosure clause within your contract. Should you breach that provision of your contract in the slightest, Comstar's Mercenary Reviewer will be obligated to consider your mercenary license null and void. All of your assets will be seized, and your entire command will face prison time. I understand we understand this delicate matter. I don't know, like, I'm pretty sure we could go pirate. I'm pretty sure we could like own those guys.
Yeah, I still want to do Pirates of the Inner Sphere. Not gonna lie, I think that'd be funny.
Yeah, I don't think I'm worried about like these guys got like the run around.
Yeah, they're a bunch of nerds. We can definitely kill them.
So, the Charger N7, honestly not bad. Like, I am impressed with it. Pretty fun. I like the ability to add the melee on it. Like, I think I always like having the melee, the extra melee whenever possible, personally. Because, like, it just gives you that additional flexibility to fight at such a wide variety of ranges. So, like, I tend to like it quite a bit. Looks like we were too short of that, but yeah, let's go ahead and take this mission for House Liao. So here it is, the Capellan Confederation, the only truth that sticks. So this is a high priority transmission. It says Candace Liao's illegal annexation of the St. Ives commonality was a betrayal of the highest order. She has brought shame to her father, Chancellor Liao, that would be Maximilian Liao, and with it the entirety of the Confederation. The treachery of her and those that abandoned the Confederation in its time of need will never be forgiven by the Capellan people until all those are brought to justice. Candace believes herself and her new husband safe in the walls of her pretty little puppet state, but her sister, Romano Liao, has devised a plan to remind Candace of the tenuous position she put herself in when she abandoned the Confederation by crippling one of the St. Ives Compact's units, her cherished St. Ives Sentinels. We're asking you to join with the 2nd Confederation Reserve Cavalry in staging a raid that will coax her out of the her St. Ives Sentinels into an ambush. Crippling the Sentinels will show those traitors that the Confederation will seek justice for its people and their masters within the Federated Commonwealth. And that their masters in the FedCom will do nothing to protect them. We will have justice on behalf of the Confederation. Okay, looks like it's a serious business kind of mission.
That woman seems a little bit edgy, doesn't she?
Yeah, she's like serious business.
Seems very political. I'm not sure I'm interested in that, but we'll kill people anyway.
Yeah, especially if there's innocent people involved.
It's like I don't really care about the circumstances surrounding your mission. Like, let's just fight people.
Well, that is exactly what we are going to do, and maybe this will be a higher difficulty one so that we'll have a good reason to bring in the Atlases. Even if not, we can use some smaller mechs so that you can bring ye old Atlas in. Difficulty 70, tonnage is 310. To prepare the ambush against the St. Ives, you must take control of the Vestalis 4 communication. The area will be heavily guarded, and you are to assist the Confederation Reserve Cavalry with securing the location. Sounds like we're going to have allies for a change. Wow.
No, nice. As long as they
Okay,
don't betray us.
let's do it.
Okay, goodbye, King Crab.
So you're going to use the Atlas. Let me see if we can fit some things that are a little smaller then.
Yeah, I think the guy wanted to see the Atlas. I'm happy to bring in the big colourful Atlas.
Stalkers. And that leaves me with, what can
Sorry,
we-
that's not enough.
Yeah, I think what we're going to do, well, we'll do a Scout Lance. I can do a Scout Lance. In fact, I'll use one of the champions.
You could bring 300-ton mechs.
We can do that next time. Like, I'll take
Okay.
the Scout Lance this time.
Sounds good to me.
All right, let's go ahead. Actually, I'm gonna use Solid Slug. I haven't shown the Solid Slug yet. I'll use the Fang because we just upgraded we side graded the Solid Slug.
Yeah.
Oaken says we cut that rifleman to pieces in the previous mission. Yeah, that rifleman did not have a good day.
Prepare for battle.
No, I think we just swiped his legs from underneath him.
Warning. Tanker doors open. Stand clear.
Reactor online.
Okay, so with this strategy, we've got the Sheriff is in our heavy hitter, our Atlas, which is quite good at bombarding enemies. Oh, wow, good thing I chose this.
St. Ives Sentinels
Bad thing I chose this.
take control of a large telecommunications
Why is there so much, like,
district used to
what is going on
communicate
here?
with the capital world of Vestalis 4. Given its importance to the security of Vestalis 3, it is heavily guarded by planetary
course.
militia. You are to assist the 2nd Confederation Reserve Cavalry with clearing the island of all militia
Okay.
defenders. Once the island is clear of all hostiles, cavalry infantry will move to secure the communications array. Do not fail us, Commander.
Destroy. Target acquired.
All right, I need to clear out some of these light mechs.
New target javelin.
Let me get some of these, swat some of these aerial enemies down.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Coordinating our attack. Enemy
Very messy start to this.
Target acquired.
Yeah, this is a mission.
I was expecting I was not expecting a handcrafted mission. It's like, this is obviously a custom mission. Disarm that AC-20 off of that Centurion.
Wilco, focusing fire.
Nice work.
Focusing our fire on target.
Enemy reinforcements
Okay.
inbound.
I've got a catapult over here.
Target acquired.
Lance target received.
I need to back up. Well, no, I don't want to be in missile range, actually. Time to use this higher rate of fire to my advantage. Gonna break contact and let them finish it off.
Target acquired.
Another enemy dropship
Dead.
incoming.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Oh, we've got the artillery shooting at us now.
Target destroyed.
Target is down.
Okay, I think we finally secured this initial area. Okay, I need to do something about all of these artillery cannons.
Shifting to your target, Commander.
We have another dropship. It came from the east.
Or we're just gonna have to fight all these enemies. One of the two.
Target acquired.
That kills reactor is about to go. You heard the commander.
There's an assassin. We've got an assassin friend here who's running around with a Ultra AC-5.
Yeah, it might be like. I mean, we're further into the game, so like we're starting to see more Lost Tech variants,
Yeah, seems like it.
or Lost Tech refitted variants. Okay, I am going to try to destroy these artillery cannons. Oh, I found a trebuchet. Oh god, I found an entire lance of battle mechs.
Following your lead. Location order
I am
received.
falling
Let's
back.
go.
Get away from me.
Target acquired.
Another dragon.
Our assigned mech target is on the field. Let's take it down.
That dragon, don't go.
I'm just gonna hope that I'm too fast for them to hit with the artillery cannons.
Group target acknowledged. Enemy mech destroyed.
This is a lot of enemies.
Requesting assistance. Component lost.
Yeah, the dragon's down. That took a little while.
Repo order received. Let's go.
I am trying to pull our lance back.
Target hunchback.
Requested location.
Okay,
Ah,
Target acquired.
Part of a mech. Arrived at location.
got him.
The enemy
This
are
solid
deploying
slug is
still
doing
more
really well.
reinforcements, Commander.
Holding at your waypoint.
another mech.
Target nav point.
I see him.
Look out, Commander. More enemy mechs inbound.
More
Oh,
enemy mechs. Sure, why not? Why not?
Moving as
Yeah, I don't think there's
Commander.
any way for me to get over to destroy those artillery cannons.
No, we're just gonna have to soup the damage, I think. Oh, we came from the south. South.
They're coming from below.
He came from the south.
Okay, I'm gonna move our guys further away again. How many of them were there?
I don't know. I just seen the leopard.
What am I saying?
And some
It's my
helicopters.
job to find out.
Acquired. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
I see 2 now. 3.
Target
I've got a visual on one of them. Solid lock on the spider for now. Wait, I'm
Yeah,
about to
I don't
lose
know
it.
where.
Wait, there it is. It's a Phoenix Hawk. It's a Cicada. Okay, it's a Recon Lance.
And something, and a Battlemaster actually.
That is a stock Battlemaster, I think. So it's pretty deadly up close, the medium lasers.
Yeah, I'm gonna not let him get too close to hook.
New target, flee.
This is a really complicated fight over here. I'm trying to not let them focus on me.
Gunner's down.
Oh, that's it for me. What is this?
Are they on you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna head your way. I'm in pursuit. Okay, I legged him out. He's down.
Explode, Commander.
This guy's leg, I can leg him out as well. If I can hit his leg. Got his leg.
Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed.
This is a fight.
I don't know where that Battlemaster went.
Target
Okay, he's in the middle of the he's in the middle of our allies.
target destroyed.
There's a second assault mech.
Target
It is
acquired.
an awesome stock. I'm focusing on his center torso. He's got a breach there. Nice,
Nice.
he's toast.
Oh, I got hit with that artillery.
New target awesome.
I'm locking onto the awesome. Ooh, man.
That's got to be it.
That was a fight.
Yeah, my armor is looking kind of ugly.
Operational secrecy is of the utmost importance, so ensure that no one attempts to escape. Shoot anyone who attempts to flee this island by air or sea. Once the facilities are fully cleared, we will discuss the next phase of our plans.
Oh, sneaky.
That was a fight. Wow.
Ooh.
That was a fight. I was not expecting such a big fight there. I think we
No,
came
neither
out of
was I.
that pretty nicely, though. Like,
Yeah, I
for
don't
how
think-
surprisingly heavy the combat was.
I don't think I lost anything, actually. It's surprising because I took a lot of damage. Oh, we lost a leg on the champion, so maybe some ammo, I don't know.
Yeah, probably some ammo. I'm gonna take these nice-looking PPCs, and then, and just some of this stuff. That was a fight. Once again, the kind of hit-and-run strategies of the Dragon really coming into play there. The Atlas, man, look how much damage the Atlas weathered. That was really good.
Yeah. I
Like,
don't
the
think I
Atlas,
lost
like,
anything.
really, the Atlas really stood its ground there.
Yeah, he goes. The back opened up pretty quickly, actually.
Yeah, probably the because like there was a phase where there was a lot of scout mechs like running in circles around you. I was trying to ignore the larger mechs and try to hunt down all the smaller ones.
And I was having a real problem with the artillery too. But yeah, to come out of that mission where you're fighting like about, well, I don't know, maybe 5 lances, I think we did pretty well.
Yeah, like that one. Like I said, I think that came out. Like we're definitely coming out on top. Plus, we killed enough quick draws to get 5.5 million C-bills bonus,
Wow.
a tier 5 PPC. Like look at that. That's really nice. 14 damage, quite nice. And then
TBC too.
yeah, and the heat is a bit lower too. RPMs are higher. Just really nice PPC. Oh, it's an ER PPC. Yeah, you're right. Oh
range.
god, that means the heat is insane. This ER PPC generates less heat than a normal PPC, even though it's an ER PPC. That's actually quite
Right.
insane. The double heat sink as well. Like, definitely take it. We just leveled up to 9 on the Mech Hunter list. Pretty nice. Oh, there's a new upgrade for the Crab. Quick ammo feed 2. That'll be useful. I want to unlock more stuff before I refit them a second time.
Yeah, it costs a lot of money.
We can't repair here? Oh, we're in the middle of nowhere.
Oh.
Okay,
quick
let's
life
find
mode.
out. View transmission. The Capellan Confederation, the only truth that matters, part 2. We have taken the primary interplanetary communications array located in Vestelis 3. At the moment, the St. Ives Sentinels have yet to move from their garrison on Vestelis 4. Wow, so this isn't even the main guys. In order for Romano's plan to work, the St. Ives Compact must be completely unaware of our machinations. There are still a few liabilities, particularly in the form of a robust network of satellites arrays in Wangtai Shin City. We are deploying you to hit the ground and destroy the communications technology so the ambush can proceed. The second Confederation Reserve Cavalry will execute similar raids in other parts of the system. See that it gets done. Okay, so it looks like we probably won't have them to assist us this time. So before we do that, where is the quest location? Objectives track. Oh, it's right here in the same place?
Nice.
Okay, well, we're going to have to move out of this system so that we can repair. So I'm just going to take us to this black market because why not? I'll dial in the repairs and then I will I'll check the black market to see if they've got anything interesting for sale.
You probably saw that cicada, dude.
Seamus says that was a tough mission, lads. Great job. Yeah, I am surprised at I was expecting. I'll be honest. I was expecting some losses on that one, but we actually did pretty good. So damage. I guess damage reports coming in. My mech. The armor held on my mech, which is very nice. You know the. As you know, the dragon is one of my favorite mechs. So. You know, I perform to the standards that I think the stream has come to expect. The Atlas, what a great job the Atlas did. Even though the Atlas has multiple armor breaches, that is so much damage that they had to throw at it that, like, the armor did its exact job. Like, the job of the armor is to protect the internal systems, and that's exactly what happened. All of this damage, very, very repairable, not a big deal at all. So over here, the champion lost its leg, so it does lose. I did to replace the ammo. Not a major repair though.
Yeah, you bought. I can't do it like that.
Yes. Yeah. So we had we noticed the mech. So this is supposed to be the Crusader mech, so it's supposed to look like a Templar Crusader. But we noticed that hey, on the Atlas in particular, it looks like the English Union Jack. So I was like, hey, and so you know, Sheriff just redesigned it.
Yeah, I painted it. Very patriotic. The Atlas nearly took more damage than the other 3 mechs combined.
Yeah.
I mean, that pure sponge. That is all that mech is a pure.
It's
sponge.
all standard armor too, so it's not furrofibrous armor, so the repairs aren't even that big. Even if it loses the arm, the only thing this arm has in it, besides the punchy fist is relevant, but the only thing the arm has in it is a medium laser.
Yeah, but it didn't. No, that's good. Losing the heavy rifle would have sucked, I guess, but I mean, it's not a particularly amazing heavy rifle. It's only a tier 1.
Yeah. We've got backups, so they have junk for sale here. I mean, I'm not surprised.
You should probably deal with that cicada you got as well. There's no point in traveling around with it.
I am going to take this. Well, they want a Kintaro. The cicada? Oh yeah, I see it right here. Let me go ahead and sell this cicada off. Where is it? There it is.
Goodbye.
Why do is there a reason I have this oh, that's why I have this Kintaro. This Kintaro has an extra light engine and furrofibrous armor. Okay, you can't have that Kintaro. We'll have to go find another Kintaro. We have a quest to capture a yeah, no, I can't do it. We got to capture a Kintaro for this quest. The collection ones are harder to do, but the thing is, we have been avoiding them, which means I need to do them.
They pay pretty good too.
Yes, you do get paid really well on them. Like, they tip because they're harder to do. Okay, all of our mechs are repairing, right?
Yep.
Okay, we're looking good then. Okay, off we go back to Vestalis. Okay, so with the mechs repairing, they're probably not going to all be ready. Like, if any of them are below 10 days, I'll wait a little longer to ensure their repairs are completed, but otherwise we're going to move into the next mission.
I mean, yeah, we can always just check. We've got plenty of big mechs to use.
Okay, we got one that's got 2 days. That was the Dargan. So the new mission is difficulty 55, which is interesting because the tonnage is 310. So same lower difficulty, but same tonnage would be interesting. There are still a number of satellite arrays that need to be destroyed in order to stage our ambush. Enter Wang Taisun City and destroy the communications networks. This sounds like it's going to be an objective raid based on the description.
It sounds like time for a sword, I think.
Oh, are you going to pull out the...
Something with melee. I'm not fussy. Yeah.
Okay.
The weather's really kicking
Looks
up,
like we're going to be in
Commander.
a jungle.
Your visibility will be limited
A
out
jungle?
there.
Definitely time for a
It's going to
sword.
be a jungle battle. Sorry, are you going to pull out the Banshee?
Greatest sword battle in history.
Okay, let me see. Let me put in a Stalker. Or... you know what I'll do? I'll use the Champ.
Why would I hate the English? That sounds very racist.
No, I'm going to use... Who do I want to use? I'm going to use... the Griffin? Or... no, better
They
idea.
live in the UK, don't they?
Wait, a better idea. I'm going to use the Cicada.
Oh, nice. See how that goes. How fast is that thing?
It is 133 kilometers.
That is one speedy boy.
Yeah, this is going to be one fast boy. It has the full suite of upgrades. It has extra light engine, endo steel, and ferrofibrous armor. It has like all the things. Okay, in we go.
You could upgrade them to a 95 mech if there was one. I don't think there is though.
Oh wait.
No.
Well, you know, these are the ideal designs just because they're like,
True. Yeah, that's true.
you know, like long range bombardment.
I mean, I would just consider the English like a little bit irrelevant. I don't really care about them very much, to be honest. I would say I'm a neutral opinion. My mother's English, so I guess that's the thing.
Interesting shaped cockpit.
Reactor online.
Yeah, it sure is.
Online.
Alright, so I'm taking the new Cicada out for a spin. I guess I'm like the super recon now.
The remote communications array may have provided the most direct means of...
Oh, we have friends.
Change my weapon groups.
But it is far from
We have friends. Isn't that lovely?
the message out. We cannot risk the Sentinels being tipped off to our presence before our ambush is ready. So we need you to destroy a number of satellite arrays in Wong Tai City. See that it gets done, Commander.
This is a really cool map. I like this design.
Destroyed.
Okay, I am gonna begin scouting because I am fast.
Mech.
Target acquired.
Okay, I'm gonna tell them to focus fire on that mech. I'm gonna destroy some of these
Let's
vehicles.
chase that tank apart.
Target destroyed.
Okay, Vindicator, it's time for you to see your last days.
Destroyed.
Oh wow, someone just blew the AC-10 off it.
I have to not hit these buildings because they'll slow me down a bit, so...
Target acquired.
Searching for targets.
Target destroyed.
I am really fast.
Man, I hit Pat and tanks with fat.
Target acquired.
Oh wow, someone just blew it to bits.
Good work, Commander.
Searching for
That's one
mechs
less
mainly.
target.
Once I find a mech, I will order... Oh, here's a mech.
New target. Enforcer.
It is an
fine.
enforcer? Wait, I've got multiple mechs over here.
Quick draw as well.
I'm ordering the mechs to hold position in this general
Moving
area.
as a unit, Commander.
Okay, I'll come
Target
and
acquired.
make way to you. The quick draw's coming in. What the heck was that?
Okay. I'm gonna clean up these guys, and I'm gonna tell them to attack the quick draw in just a second.
Target destroyed.
I'm ready to go.
New target.
They are targeting the quick draw now.
gonna smack him in the leg. Smack. Smack.
Target destroyed.
Well, he's down. Lance is holding position in the general area again. I detected that enforcer again. It's slowly creeping closer.
Oh yeah, I see him.
Shared
Lance
target
is targeting
identified.
the enforcer now.
Target
He's flying.
acquired.
Don't fly. Oh, that is such a... That is a strat and a half. I can't get him up there.
Well, I can blow his legs up.
It's like, how do you, like, fight melee? You just, like, don't. Oh, that didn't last very long.
Okay, I guess he just flipped out. I am like so fast.
On our way.
I mean, I know that should be obvious, but it's really fast.
To it in order to pick it up.
Find some money here.
I've got a new battle mech. It is another enforcer. Looks like instead of, or it's like they've upgraded from urban mechs to enforcers.
I'm at your designated position.
Is that really an upgrade,
Commander
though?
wants us over there. Form up.
It sure doesn't seem like an upgrade.
I've got artillery strike.
Detecting unidentified.
Really?
Target destroyed.
Yeah, I'm gonna order the guys to stand in this basic area. I may go intercept the artillery if it's like
Point received. Let's move.
if it's relatively clear. If there's any battle mechs there, though, I'm gonna fall back.
Copy. Lance.
Yeah, I'm gonna go destroy the enforcer, I think.
Target destroyed.
Oh no, I'm gonna get packed back.
Okay, I'll let you into that enforcer. I'm gonna head towards the artillery. Imagine trying to hit me with artillery when I'm so fast.
Holding at location.
Target acquired.
Okay, I'm gonna recon the artillery area. If there's mechs, I'm gonna turn back. If it's just the artillery and vehicles, then I will proceed. But if it's like, if there's like actual like resistance, I'm not going to bother.
Objective down.
Okay, I'm approaching the artillery now.
Target acquired.
Got choppers. I can handle choppers. It's not a relevant enemy. Okay, the choppers are actually coming to you guys. You guys can enjoy the choppers. I've got some artillery to smash. Okay, I'm trashing the artillery now.
Target acquired.
Oh man, I can't shoot that guy. Oh, we got some mechs here. It's like Griffin 3M with an ERPPC and an LRM 20. Oh my god.
So don't forget that the allies are holding position right now, so they are not going to move anywhere from where they are currently.
Nice work.
Yeah, I'm just trying to protect them from this stupid Griffin. I think they're taking a bit of a beating here. They're also dishing a beating, to be fair to them.
I've almost silenced all the guns. I'm searching for the last remaining ones. If the area is clear, like, if you want to, like, creep around and see if you can find the next objective, go for it. I'm trying to clean up these guns.
Just killing a Griffin. It's dead.
Okay, the
Yeah.
artillery barrage should be thinning, because, like, they don't have a lot of cannons left.
Yeah, it's a good thing. I took a few stray shots, unfortunately, but it's definitely down a bit. Making my way to the last objective, though.
Okay, there's 2 artillery nests left. Making best speed, which is saying something, because I am not slow. Wouldn't let me run through that one. That's annoying. Okay, I'm moving towards the final artillery location.
Oh no. Good allies.
I'm going to tell the allies to begin following me, which means they are going to cross towards... They will move through the area you're in, so they should provide some support.
Nearly there.
Hold that, Nick.
Approach the hidden object to
Guarantee
pick it
it's
up.
an enforcer, isn't it? Yeah, of course it is.
Target destroyed.
Setting the lance to engage the enforcer.
As much as I am not fighting, I'm running away. Take sword.
Target acquired.
Okay, the artillery is officially down.
I just got, there's one more, I think. I just got hit by one.
That might have been its last shot. Let me know if you
Maybe.
get shot again.
New target commander. Target acquired.
Oh,
Target is down.
that's alright, mate. That's why I'm taking damage.
Got light mechs approaching. I'm returning to the battle now, though.
I just met him, he just crashed into me.
Relocating to indicated grid. Great kill. The answer is about to pop.
New target spider.
Holding at your waypoint.
Okay, the spider's down.
Target acquired.
I'm gonna hunt down some of these crappy vehicles.
Holding at your waypoint.
Target down.
Target
Good. With us in complete control of all forms of communication with Vestalis 4, we can now plan our ambush. Commander, return to our forward operating base. There is much that we need to discuss to prepare for our
Okay,
ambush.
I'm heading out to the extraction point.
All target buildings have been destroyed, Commander.
That's
Good
pretty
job.
interesting.
Getting
I
you
did not
back now.
plan.
Head to the marked location.
I did not plan for the cicada to be this effective. Like, I did not think I was gonna have to, you know, do like reconnaissance, like raiding type things. But the cicada wound up being kind of exactly the kind of mech you wanted on this
complete,
mission.
Commander. Let's go home.
It shows the benefit of taking a range of mechs, doesn't it?
Yeah, especially if you have humans. Like, if you have AI, it probably wouldn't work nearly as well. Because, like, if there's 2 human players, then, like, I can work with that. But 3 AI players, you gotta cooperate with them a lot more. Because, like, I can still approximately control their movements by assigning them targets, even at a distance.
Right.
Here's that Griffin you found. This one does have an extra light engine. I'll take it. It's different.
Yeah, I had an ER PVC.
I don't think the PVC survived, but the mech itself is an interesting model, so I'll take it.
Oh wow, that's a lot of damage.
Oh yeah, 2,071 damage. That's a lot of damage.
And that Stalker took 1 damage. How annoying is that?
A whole one. The other one took 24, so. Okay, we got the 25 Edgars down. 1.8 million C-bills. A Tier 5 AC-5 burst fire. That's pretty nice. Are we looking for more pilots? You mean like community mech warriors? I have to be careful who I allow on. But like I may in the future allow people on that are not able to chat though. Because like, not Blizzard. Twitch will hold me responsible for anything that, anyone that I invite, they hold the streamer responsible. So the people who play live on stream with me are people that I've known for basically a year. But I am considering a thing where I allow more people to play, but they won't be on the voice communication.
Oh, I nearly lost that sword. It took some real damage, didn't it?
Well, as long as you hold on to it, that's the main thing. Okay, so here we go. The Only Truth That Sticks, Part 3. Alright, Commander, the communications are disabled and the ambush is set. All that remains is to execute the plan. We've issued a false flag statement to Vestalis 3 that pirates have raided the system and have taken control of a number of munitions armories here on the planet, hoping to make a play for Jinshan, the Golden Mountain, a series of underground vaults on Vestalis 4 that contain a large portion of the Confederation state treasures stolen by the Compact. The Sentinels have sent only a small portion of their forces to chase these supposed pirates off, while the rest of the Sentinels continue to guard the Golden Mountain. Little do they know that, for now, we are not after the stolen wealth of our people. We are here to bring vengeance on those who abandon us in our time of need. When the Sentinels land here thinking that only a lowly band of pirates are present, they will face our glorious wrath. Now is time. Now is time? No, it should say now is the time. More, you know, like they could probably stand to revise some of these. Now is the time for you to join the ambush and punish Candace for her sins of abandoning her father and her people to lick the boots of Davion Imperialist. Okay. Yes, I do play off stream. I haven't played, so Omnival Fest, I do play off stream. In fact, I do play with my community. In recent times, I have not, and that's simply because some of the other games have been calling me for farming. So, like, I have mainly been playing Deep Rock Galactic with the community, but I do play MechWarrior as well. But right now, like, I am really, really far behind on my Deep Rock farming, so I have been farming with the community there quite a bit. A little. Oh yeah, we already read that, so let's take that. Okay, so once again, we have to leave Vestalis because we are unable to enact repairs here, so off we go. And it's not just me, like, there are other people within the community that play MechWarrior 5 as well, like Non-Toxic, for example. She's actually a brand new MechWarrior. She got the game, like, maybe a month ago at the most. And from what I'm told, she's become quite good. Yeah, the arm held on by 4 points. It held on, though. This Griffin can go into the garage.
I really think the Claymore looks really cool. Like, I think it's probably the coolest looking melee weapon. I think it's even nicer than the katana.
Yeah, it's got like these like edges and everything that make it kind of look sci-fi.
It just looks like something you just don't want to get sliced with.
Well, it's true also that you don't want to get sliced by it. I've seen a tier 5 battle axe. I think the tier 5 battle axe either does 100 damage or 120.
That's ridiculous, isn't it?
I'm like, okay. Like, if you say so, game. Also, we can take another job. Machine gun tier 4? I might have that, actually. Nope, I don't have that. Manticores, Davion board, this is fine. Whatever, not a big deal. Back to Vestalis.
The Banshee 2P probably my favorite mech. I just really like the simplicity of big sword and lasers.
I just think the axe sounds funny when you hit with it because it's like it sounds like the crack of a baseball bat. Yeah, I'm like, did you just hit him with an axe or did you just like hit a home run? Maybe
it's
both.
Like you bumped him on the head.
Okay, difficulty 75. I agree that the last mission was definitely a difficulty 55. That one wasn't too. I mean, it had some snags in it, but it wasn't that big of a deal. The time has come. Candace Leo's Sentinels are en route, so all that means is for you to join the ambush. Okay, so this is an unknown mission. It's going to be in the jungle again. Tonnage is 310. We're getting some lost tech, so I'm going to crank up the salvage here.
What do you think are the ideal mechs for ambushing?
Did I ever get the Hero Highlander? Not the one with the Claymore. We did get... No, we just don't have a Hero Highlander in general. What do I think would be good for ambushing people?
Yeah. Maybe the car?
I don't think you can't go wrong with the car.
It's really heavy. We need more space.
I can downgrade into like into a mobile lance.
No, I can go. I actually can go small. I might maybe even take the I really like the Battlemaster. I might even take it.
Okay, I can still do a similar strategy.
Then it leaves a little bit of space.
I might leave them as I might go fast then. Actually,
choose what you want, and I'll change.
What if I do this?
So what is this? Well, if I got anything that's 95. 95. The Corsair's 95.
What if I do 2 champions, and they'll back me up?
And I take the car?
Yeah, you could do the car.
Why not?
We're
see how that
actually
goes.
we're still technically a full long-range focused lance. Although I still have the double SRM6s, like that will still put things in the dirt up close.
Like, we're doing an ambush, so we take like long range mechs. Big strats. I
Yeah,
like it.
that is true. Arf, how's it going? And I mean, like, the
no,
champions
more
can just like fly around and just buzz bomb people.
That's true.
Reactor
Man,
online.
there's more artillery in this stupid mission.
Sensors online.
Did you hear it? Oh yeah, I do see it.
Online.
And
This
I'm
is
not
the
very
other side.
fast this time around, so
And no, we've been here before. I know we've been here before.
They're landing dropships precisely where we want them to. Just up
Are
the
they?
hill from a number of military outposts where they
Okay,
have
so
stored
I'm gonna
munitions.
order the
With
mechs
our
to
forces
stay.
hidden throughout the
Jaeger mech
forest,
up
they
the
will
hill.
not know our true numbers until they stumble right
I see it.
No,
cavalry and bringing
something with a lot of LRMs.
Well, the Jaeger mech is not very happy. It's taken quite a bit of damage already.
Target locked down.
You should have allied with us, mercenary.
Incoming missile.
Wow, flattened him.
See you later, loser.
Okay, I'm gonna try to stay back.
Oh, this is a lot of mechs, actually. I don't like this very much. This is a
Yeah,
very
let them
bad
tango
ambush.
with our allies a bit.
This is kind of a really not a very good ambush.
I think we are the ones being in. Oh man, you got him. Shadowhawk coming in fast.
If he's not already gone by the time that this reloads, he's gone next. Goodbye.
Okay, what we need to do is let's try to work towards some kind of cover.
There's an LRM-60 tank over there that has to go at some point as well. That is going to
An LRM tank.
Yeah. Okay, I just took out that Centurion. This thing is doing mad stuff right now. What is that behind me?
Okay, I'm gonna begin knocking some of these vehicles out.
Repositioned, waiting for further.
Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Okay, I think we have salvaged a kind of a foothold, which is nice.
There's some chopper coming in, I'm not much just concerned.
I'm just trying to strafe back and forth to avoid the.
Dragon gone. There's another dropship in there.
Acquired.
Target destroyed.
2 more dropships actually. Why would you only have one? SRM 60. Goodbye.
Okay, great. I think we've secured our initial
There
area.
was 2 more dropships just came in, so there should be more probably up
Left.
to 8
Do you know
next.
left or right?
Both actually.
Target
The one on
spotted.
the left just took off, the one on the right already has.
Okay, I'm gonna commence the bombardment then.
There's a catapult in the distance, I have no idea if I just hit it or not. I guess we'll find out when it gets a bit closer.
Target acquired.
That's a crab actually.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
I hit the crab a little bit.
Unit commander.
Okay, I'll target the crab then. Oh, there's a
I'm gonna-
thunderbolt.
I'll get it.
I'm gonna soften them up for you.
If this is our team, there we go. Have that. He's gone. Our spider just come up here quite close.
I'm gonna put the lance on the spider.
Yeah, it has it. I'm really not much use against those up close ones.
We got him.
Relocating the indicated grid.
Crab's pretty badly damaged. but he's
Locking
still
onto the
functional.
crab.
Location.
There's an enforcer to the left now. With an AC-20, just be careful. That's not very pleasant, mate.
Oh
Can't
god.
actually-
Sneaking an AC-20 in there. That's a little different.
New target.
Yeah.
We got
And,
missile launch. We got a catapult counter missiling.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Targeting the Vindicator.
Reloading.
Enemy
Got him. Nice.
Oh, good shooting, nice.
Copy that. Let's move.
Target
Go
acquired.
over to the AC-20.
At your waypoint.
Telling him to focus fire on the enforcer real fast.
I'm gonna go for this. Catapult so I can do much damage to him. Oh, he was smart, he moved. Okay, the catapult's very badly damaged.
Locking onto the catapult.
He's not gonna survive much more of this.
Coordinate fire on the commander's
There you go.
Ooh, I saw that hit.
The enemy are deploying still more reinforcements, Commander.
Wow.
We got the
Assault mech gets a stalker.
Okay. I gotta say, I think this crab is doing very well right now.
I'm beginning to soften the stalker up for you.
That blackjack's ready to go. Now I'm gonna go for the stalker now.
Okay, I'm switching the lance onto the blackjack.
Target acknowledged.
Locking onto the blackjack now.
If these guys get out of the way, I could have a go at the stalker.
Kills reactor
I
about to
didn't.
go.
I did hit him, but it was kind of a scuff shot.
I'm gonna get this spider off of you.
Thanks. Stalker's really, really not happy right now.
Okay, I got the spider off of you.
Focusing our fire on target.
Can't be much left now.
Order received. Let's go. Arrived at location.
Could there be?
I think our
On location.
allies wiped out the artillery cannons on the other side.
Unable to
3 dead.
target ID.
Okay,
There's more mechs, I think.
I'm trying to catch up to you real fast.
Yeah, we got another lance right here. Ooh, okay.
Oh my
we're dead.
god, that was a nasty hit. I saw that one.
He turned his back over Dummery. We've got a Banshee up there. I'm gonna start thinking about him.
Priority target received.
Okay, I'm in pursuit of this assassin that's trying to be a pain.
Oh, I just overheated.
Okay, he's down.
Target
Locking on to the Banshee.
Yeah, he's not long for this world, I don't think.
Is on the graves of every last one of these traitors to
Okay,
the Appellate
nice work.
State. One day, Candace Liao will pay for her abandonment to our people. And when it does, we will welcome the St. Ives community
That was a fight.
back into the Confederation with
It
open
was
arms.
certainly a fight.
You've proven your worth to us, mercenary.
Oh, you
Stay
walked
in
into
our
that,
good
no.
graces and Romano Liao may call upon your services.
Oh, the champions got hit with that. No, he didn't actually. The champion.
I'm about to say, better shut the mission off before they get another volley.
Yeah. It was definitely trying to sneak one in there, I think.
That was a pretty cool campaign. I'm glad we did that one. That one was fun.
Yeah, it was good fun, actually. Pretty nasty missions. Oh, Banshee 3M.
I think I want the stalker more.
The Archer did some really good damage there, actually.
Who did?
Well, the King Crab and the Archer. At 12 mechs.
Well, let me see our damage stats at the end.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I held the champions back a lot more. I was worried that they would get overwhelmed, so they didn't get too much of a chance to participate.
Even then, 300 and 400 damage is, you know, that's a mech each.
Well, the thing
And
is,
actually,
of the 300 and
technical
400
forward-
damage they did, the 300 and 400 damage they did was what I needed. I had them attacking all the light mechs, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that explains why that Captain Tovar killed 4.
Yeah. Captain Tovar sniped. Basically, his job was to kill all of the
And I finished them off.
all of those javelins and spiders like that. They were basically light mech hunting.
Those medium mechs were just, and even some of those heavy mechs were just toast to that quad heavy rifle. Most of them were just like one volley and they were done.
Yeah, that means that with a bit more work, if we can get even better weapons for the car, then it's gonna like become like a pretty nasty design. The Only Truth That Sticks Part 3 says, excellent work, Commander. This humiliating defeat for Candace is a blemish on the St. Ives Compact and her rule. She will learn the Confederation will never forgive her people, will never forgive the people of St. Ives for abandoning the Capellan state. Hopefully, the shame of her loss will begin to stir dissent within the Compact and send them back to the Confederation where they rightfully belong. Okay, well, we got all the stuff there. And that is another major story mission down. That explains why it was a major story mission, though. Although we didn't get like a unique mech or anything, those were a lot of unique battles. Ooh,
Yeah,
let's
that
go
was
to.
one of the
We
best
can go to
ones.
Cashzilla. This is like I remember this system, Cashzilla.
Yeah, you're gonna spend all your cash.
Yeah, like it's gonna like eat up all of our cash. Okay, so let me go ahead and get some repairs done. Yeah, no armor breaches or anything, so like...
No.
Well, not only did we scrap an absolute truck ton of mechs, but like we also came out of that in really good condition.
And the king crab's packing over like 600 armor. It's very well defended.
Yes, it's like it's basically a wall of armor.
It really is. It might even have more armor than the Atlas, is it?
Probably
No,
very
not-
similar.
Oh yeah, it is very similar to 608. Probably more. It's probably slightly more actually. We'll see when it's fixed. I can't bother doing Maz right now.
Okay, what are these quests here? Let me check our standing, because like there is a quest I want to do for House Liao, but like the thing is there's a lot of Lost Tech battle mechs, and I don't want to do that mission until our standing with House Liao is pretty high, so that like we can claim a lot of the Lost Tech battle mechs. But what we can do to pump up our standing with them would be like here's what we can do. Duchy Said Karen, the Uprising Quelled. Like these missions here. So basically, story missions always give you a lot of standing. So like I'm gonna hunt some of these Liao story missions down so that we can like pump up our standing with them.
Yep, sounds good to me.
Basically, it's the Will of Kali. If you do the Will of Kali quest, there is a lot of Lost Tech designs in Will of Kali, so you wouldn't want to do it when you have like low friendship with Liao, because like you won't be able to take in all those Lost Tech designs.
And they're probably very hard to get without doing like platinum in that mission.
Okay, so this is the Uprising Quelled from Duchess Carousel, the Duchess of Singhai. This message is sent to you on behalf of Duchess Carousel, ruler of the Sarna commonality. What do you know? Are we in Sarna right now? Where is Sarna? Is Sarna around here? Named after the wiki page, or the wiki page is named off of it?
It's right there, is it not? About to the right-hand side of where we're at.
Oh, we were supposed to read that, weren't we? Oh, here we go. As a representative of the Duchy, I vouch for my constituents day in and day out. Over the last few years, the local residents have grown restless and insolent despite my steady rule, and the people have been frequently calling for appeals to any political issue I weigh in on. The Duchy of Sasang. The Duchy of Sasang is my hereditary fiefdom. Having been in my family for centuries, despite my ability to overrule any of my people's requests, it breaks my heart to see them question my judgment. I want you to enforce my will on this particularly prickly world. The people need a reminder of what I am capable of and what it means to be obedient to me, and thus to the celestial wisdom. May he live forever. If you're not familiar with BattleTech lore, the celestial wisdom is a moniker of the Capellan Confederation's head of state. The rebels in question have taken up arms on the world of Bora. As all good Capellan citizens know, in 2366, the leaders of the Duchy of Liao, Tikhonov's Grand Union, the Sarna Supremacy, Capellan Commonalty, and the Cyan Commonwealth, and the St. Ives Mercantile League met on this world to form our beloved Capellan Confederation. Basically, they're talking about how all of those people came together to form a superstate. We cannot allow the rebels to pervert this symbolism. As a concrete example of the wages of disobedience, I would ask you to locate the rebels' base and raise it to the ground. Okay. That is a service that we offer.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Timeline. Oh, all of our mechs are ready. What do you know? So this is a difficulty 58 demolition mission. Drop weight's 270, so shouldn't be too bad. I don't think we're going to get anything super interesting from it, so I'm just going to take a lot of money and salvage, and we can kind of just do whatever we want. Seamus says the Hero Highlander is his most used battle mech. If I can get my hands on it, I will certainly give it a try.
Yeah, for sure. I guess we're probably going to run 3 mechs here, right?
I might run a fast set of mechs.
Yeah, fire them into the elements that we've got to play with.
That gives you 90 tons.
Yep, I can do 90, no problem. Let's see what we got. I didn't have great luck with the Cyclops first thing, so the legs nearly fell off, so I'll give it another go.
Okay, here we go then. So basically, we're going to go fast, and Sheriff is going to go slow. So it'll be my job to my role in this is going to be to cover the Cyclops, mainly from vehicles, because like he, you know, there's no reason for a Cyclops to have to go around squishing vehicles.
Yeah.
Attention. Prepare for battle mech departure. Warning. Hangar doors open. Stand clear.
I probably won't be able to contribute too much on the mechs you're fighting because I want to avoid friendly fire, but
Online. Weapons online.
The Cyclops seems to be a mech that takes a lot of heat. Like, they seem to really, really gun for it.
Somewhere on this planet. They should be operating out of a small.
My hope is
settlement.
that
I've marked the location on your battle grid.
okay, we're gonna throttle up to the max and we'll begin searching for enemies.
Yeah, good idea.
If I find a mech, if I find like a heavy mech or medium mechs, then I'll come back
We're not a million miles away from the objective anyway.
for a change. So I'm piloting a version of the Champion. This is the primary weapon systems are technically the medium lasers right here, but this Champion doesn't handle its heat particularly well, so I try not to use the medium lasers until I've whittled them down a little bit. Did you just shoot that AC at him?
It does just get so much spread, it's doing so much, like, superficial damage.
Yeah, that's
It's one
interesting.
massive building you can just walk through.
Okay, I got a nice hill here.
Target acquired.
Shared target identified.
A really good rate of fire, doesn't it?
I've got a Phoenix on.
I guess when they
Shifting to your target, Commander.
Oh, he's running away from you.
I don't blame him, to be fair. With that leg, you're not running over.
Target
Ha ha
destroyed.
ha.
Target destroyed.
That was fair enough.
Target eliminated.
Target
Our
acquired.
target is now marked. Go get him.
I love LRM, even if you only have like one or two, just as like a surgical weapon, just for kind of like almost for like it's like a knife, like just a useful tool for. It just has so many like surgical uses.
Target acquired.
Coordinating our attack.
Target destroyed.
Enemy destroyed.
Okay, we're gonna be searching and destroying. I'll plug some shells into the base as I travel.
I'm just gonna walk through buildings.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
The way I play the Champion is kind of like as a heavy scout, like a scouting and raiding mech. Like basically I bully small targets, and then if I find a big target, I rat it out to the heavy guns.
And then you fly away.
Yeah, and then I fly away, basically. I'm just gonna swing around the
Operating at
perimeter,
reduced efficiency. Keep on smashing.
and once I've swung around the perimeter and cleared everything, I found a battle mech. It's a hunchback. Interesting. This one's not that big of a threat, actually.
Target acknowledged.
We can handle the hunchback.
Okay, I'll put some smashing stuff.
Once I disable its main weapon, it will be basically helpless. Its main weapon is out.
They leveled the civilian housing structure.
Haha, wouldn't know these stuff are dead.
Target destroyed.
Okay, we got rid of this hunchback. But yeah, that's what I do with this kind of a strategy. Like the AI mechs are all the same speed as me, and what I just bully enemies. We've got a new battle mech. It is a Vindicator. It's closer to you. I'm gonna tell them to attack it. We'll begin softening it up with some missiles. And so the reason I have the missiles equipped is because I move around so much. I don't always have a good clean line of fire on them.
Enemy mech down.
There's a helicopter. There's another tank over there, but I'm not really interested in that.
Target acquired.
We've got a dropship landing.
I'm showing heavy damage to a number of the facility structures. We appear to be about halfway there.
Oh, he just did it to me. He did that BS where he just like changes directions abruptly.
Oh yeah. I've got a Warhammer. I have to say, of all the mechs to bring against this. Oh, a Centurion. Oh, a Centurion.
Watch out, it has an AC-20. We are going to begin working on the Warhammer.
I had an AC-20.
Lance target received.
I lost track of it.
Yeah, he's interested in me now.
Yeah, he's behind a, what do you call it? A hill, and I can't hit him.
Target acquired.
Looks like you got it under control. I'm going to go after this, Scorpion.
I'm gonna keep running into the buildings now. That's a really healthy base.
Got another dropship.
On your trail, Commander.
I try to get my distance so I can decide whether I want to get up close or not. Another Warhammer.
Yeah.
We're locking onto the Warhammer now.
Yep, I'll come and help.
Residential tower demolished. Bloody savages.
He is having a lot of trouble hitting me.
I dare say the time I get there, so I'm probably gonna be dead.
Taking heavy damage.
Centurion.
Got him.
About to go critical.
Working on the Centurion's arm. Arm destroyed. Switching my guys to the Panther. Oops.
Target destroyed.
Okay, I'm forming up again. So as you can see, like, we kind of form like a wolf pack, and we go, like, what is with all these enemies they're dropping in? I'm gonna tell our guys to move to the opposite side of the area, so that, because, like, I feel like they're gonna start wearing us down through their sheer numbers.
Advertises location. Location order received.
Because, like, if they're gonna land on that side of the city, they're gonna have to go through the city to us.
Then they can meet me halfway.
Business centers.
I'll get rid of business center. Job done.
Target is down.
All right, we got him.
Holding at your waypoint.
Okay, what is the enemy wave?
Oh, Wolverine.
Is that
I
it?
don't,
Commander.
I don't know, that's all I can see at the minute. Oh, wow, you ran around me. No, not around.
Wait, you've got an assault mech?
What is it?
It is a Victor.
Oh no.
He's got a melee weapon.
I'll get rid of that. There you go.
Gonna get his AC-10 arm off. His weapons are disabled except for the SRM.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Them ammo explosions in the legs becoming a problem. That's the second thing that's happened now.
Target destroyed.
Oh, did they get another? Did they get the leg again? Yeah, I'm not sure where else to put. The thing is, I don't know where else to put the ammo on it.
I guess it needs to be split between the two legs as well, because there mustn't be any in the other leg. I think moving that LRM-5 to a SRM might be good as well. I think. Just for the way I play.
Target destroyed.
Target destroyed.
I might tinker with it a little bit.
Yeah, I think one of the other things is, like, I do think that I thinned out the leg armor a little bit in order to, because, like, it was hard to fit all the weapons in.
This should be
Yeah, and I think if I change that LRM-5 to even an SRM-2 or something, it'll give me another ton of armor.
New target commando.
Yeah. Go ahead and move it around if you want. Like that was just kind of the that's the first version of this mech.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, someone gave some gift subs.
Oh, yeah, I see that. Arf gave a T1 gift sub to Seamus. Thank you very much, Arf, for the gift sub. And congratulations, Seamus. Oh, we need that. We need that for the collection quest. Oh, 1,500 damage, though. That's still pretty good.
I don't know if I spent like the whole time running through buildings.
Oh.
Yeah, I might play around with this. Are you planning to go to another, are you planning just to fight now, or are you going to repair these now?
We can get them rolling now.
Okay. Yeah. How much tons is that?
Oh, nice. The Fang barely took any damage there. Okay, we need to hang on to the Vindicator because we're going to turn that in for a quest. I kind of want to send some of these mechs back to the, but I don't know who to send back. I need my Atlases. I need my Stalkers. I need the Corsair. The Agent Court is really doing well. I don't want to get rid of the Agent Court. We could probably get rid of one of the Battle Masters. I kind of want to keep the Cicada. I need the Atlases. They need to stay.
I think I might
Dragon
downgrade
stays.
the Battle Axe to a Katana, I think, as well.
Does it weigh a little less?
It weighs like a ton less. It might just give enough ammo, or armor, sorry. It might. It's hard to know. It also does quite a bit less damage, but we'll give it a go.
I'll put the Super Griffin was cool, but like I'm gonna put the Super Griffin back as well.
Yeah.
I think that's fine. Okay, we shaved our mechs down a little bit. Let's see. The next mission is The Uprising Quelled Part 2. This will probably be the final mission of the stream as well, because we are running up on our time. It says, Commander, while your strike on the Rebels base was effective, it seems your actions created unforeseen repercussions. I assumed the commoners would be awed by my mighty display of force and settle down. Instead, your actions has emboldened them. I received word that a local peasant, one Josh Forsyth, has been lauded as a folk hero, somehow getting his hands on a lance of battle mechs. This man of the people is now openly questioning my rule and making some real noise. The last thing I need is to draw attention from the House of Scions to my small neck of the Capellan Confederation. I wish to never hear the name Josh Forsyth ever again. Show this fool the true price of treason, and quickly. His spirit of dissension cannot be allowed to spread within my duchy. Sure, whatever you say. Where is the next mission? Okay, once you lock it in, I will take us there. Let me see if they got in the equipment market while you're doing that.
I've finished it.
Okay, you're done.
Yeah. I think the next thing is if that isn't enough armor, I might get rid of the assault knuckles and that'll give another 2 tons. But I think that should help.
Yeah, I mean the katana also has a high swing speed, so like maybe if you can, maybe it lets you stick onto him longer. Like you'll definitely lose the like massive shock damage of the axe, but.
Yeah, something had to give. You can't keep losing ammo in it. Yeah, the car does have more armor than all of the Atlases, actually.
Okay, so the Cyclops will be done in 48 days, so like we'll be able to take it out for a spin next stream.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
Okay, so 270 tonnage again. Full salvage here. Money, we'll take it.
The weather's really kicking up, Commander. Your visibility will be limited out there.
Seamus saying he's loving the MechWarrior streams.
I'm glad to hear that. Like, MechWarrior is awesome. And like I said, I'm glad that there are some people coming. Have you tried my Corsair?
I have tried the Corsair, yeah. It's good. I enjoyed it last time.
What do you want to bring?
I need a new pilot. That's one thing I need.
Oh.
That one, the guy's kind of in pain. I can just bring this dude.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. What do you want to use? More to the point.
I mean, the thing is, I'm player 1, so I have to control the mechs, so, like, I'm still kind of in a high-speed mentality right now, because I can control them.
Yeah, that makes sense. They must work out how to, give me access. What is this mission? Yeah, actually,
let
do
me
you know
look
what?
again. This mission is, some kind of a campaign mission in an ice area, so, like, we'll be a little smoother on heat.
No, that's too heavy.
This is where I should have kept the,
Yeah. Remember the grasshopper? Yeah, I might just take the
yeah,
grasshopper.
that's
Why not?
fine. It's not a big deal. I should have kept the Super Griffin, because then we could have shed 5 tons.
Oh, yeah.
Evie's giving a sub to OmniWolf
So it seems
44.
that
Oh,
despite your
congratulations,
previous raid on the
OmniWolf, and
settlement,
thank you,
the people
Evie,
have
for the
only
gift
grown
sub.
more resolute. A citizen has risen up to lead his people in rebellion. Josh Forsyth, the hero of the
okay.
Capellan Commoners. He's rather brave, I'll give him that. But Duchess So has put a large bounty on his head.
Yeah, well, being brave and also having a high level of stupidity is not a great mix.
I gotta say, Solid Slug shoots so fast. I kind of want to see the car with 4 Solid Slugs.
Yeah, that would be kind of funny. I also want to see it with 4 AC5s as well. I think that'd be really funny.
4 Ultra AC5s or the 4 any AC5s?
Ready to
Yeah,
start
Ultra
this
AC5s, yeah.
operation.
Or even a Jaeger mech would be good.
Destroyed.
You can never have too much ammunition.
Although maybe that would be too heavy actually.
Maybe if we get a Hero Mech version of the Jaeger Mech.
AC10 level 3.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's pretty
Alright, we're
good.
gonna throttle up and begin scouting.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Got a mech. It is a trebuchet. Putting the lance on the trebuchet while I begin working on some of these supports.
Or the catapult as well.
The target is a catapult.
New target trebuchet.
To be honest with you, that does not panic me that much. And a
He's gonna
hunchback.
have a rough time in close combat.
Oh, he is, yeah. Most of these mechs are. Oh, that hunchback will be pretty good, but.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Oh! Why did you do that?
Incoming missile.
I'm gonna try to get the hunchback's weapon off of him.
Yeah, it's got a mace, hasn't it?
Hey, out of my way, dumb enemies. This guy is like literally pinning me to the wall.
Watch out, that mech is going critical. Mech tango eliminated.
Okay, I'm gonna break contact with the enemy.
Where did Mr. Forsyth go? Or Forsyth, should I?
Target acquired.
If you find the acquisition, just walk up to it in order to pick it up.
Target destroyed.
I didn't think that guy was gonna pin me so long. I took a lot of damage there.
Destroyed.
Yeah.
Target destroyed.
Focus target updated.
Brilliant. Payload acquired.
Looks like he fired missiles at me, but then he lost his lock.
Loser. It shows that it affects all of the AI and us.
Yeah, the missiles were flying at me, and then they just totally veered off course.
Target destroyed.
I don't want a headshot. It's gonna be really hard. Nah, he's gonna explode before I do that.
Forsyth is dead. and
Oh,
so
you
is
got
the
him.
rebellion, I expect.
Is that it?
It's hard not to
That was
feel for the
clean.
people here.
Clean and
It's
fast.
not our place to
Oh,
get
we
involved
got
in
dropship.
politics.
Do you have a lot of
Get yourself to
salvage
the
tech?
extraction
I
zone
do.
so we can put this
I'm
behind
gonna
us.
contribute from a distance though, because I got an
Now
armor
let's
breach
get
on
you
my
all
side
home.
torso.
Head to the even
Sure.
point.
I can take a bit of damage, not a whole lot though.
Coming in.
Although this is nothing to be panicking about.
Shared target identified.
Yeah, this is nothing to worry about.
Another reason why I build these kinds of hybrid mech designs is, in the event I do take a lot of damage, I am able to do what I'm doing right now and just do some annoying shenanigans and still be able to contribute. Whereas if I had nothing but close range weapons, I would not be able to contribute without getting close.
Nice work. Your down target is about to go critical.
He's toast.
Okay, good work. Yeah, it's time to get out of here. I've now got armor boots as well.
Yeah, I ran into a griffin, and then the griffin like pinned me against them for a moment. I'm like, really? And then while I wasn't moving, they actually like hit me pretty hard. I was like, okay, well, you know.
Did it have a melee weapon or what was it?
No, it's just they started shooting me with guns. Because like, you know, like I mean, my dragons all have pretty good armor. They all have about 350-ish armor, which is pretty good. But like, if you're, you know, most of my defense comes from being hard to hit.
Yeah, 300 armor isn't going to hold you for that long, really.
Yeah, it's mainly designed to protect me against mistakes, which it did. It did protect me against a mistake there.
Yep, absolutely. Did a good job.
Okay, Okay, it appears your elimination of this man of the people was a severe blow to their morale. The citizens of my duchy seem to have simmered down, either beaten into submission or given a healthy dose of reality. Either way, I need not worry about them for the moment. Thank you for your service to me and ultimately the celestial wisdom. May he live forever. Oh, nice and short. Nice and short, nice and easy. That's what I like to see.
Fair enough.
Let's get these mechs repaired. And I would say that is probably pretty good for today's stream. So I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. If you missed some of this episode, or if you would like to see some of the old episodes, because there are some pretty awesome battles, I will show you how to get there. All you got to do is scroll down and go to the VODs channel. The VODs channel is where all of my streams are uploaded. It's like the stream archive, essentially. So there's episode 20. You're watching episode 21. So if you didn't get to see all of episode 21, just catch it on the VODs channel. If you'd like to catch up on, you know, what did I do in the previous episodes, it's all there. Also, if you want to see any of the other games I'm playing, like this is my first time ever playing Fallout 4. I'll be playing Fallout 4 later on today in about like an hour 30 minutes, by the way. So come back for that, and yeah, you can see all of it right there. If you'd like to become a part of the community, actually no, look at this. I just uploaded a new mech video, MechWarrior 5 video on my main YouTube channel. Look at this. The Atlas Quick Build Guide, very awesome. This shows you a very simple rebuild. It's mainly a beginner-focused one, so no lost tech, no upgrades. So it's not the most optimized Atlas you could build, but it's designed a simple redesign for new players. So if I have many MechWarrior videos actually, rebuild guides for the Archer, the Warhammer, the Crusader. There's also short versions of them. So if you just want like a quick variation of it, this would be those right there. It's basically a 1-minute video just showing you the build really fast. You can also find those same kinds of videos on TikTok, because I also upload these, like, you know, 1-minute quick guides on TikTok as well. So right there you can see the Atlas, Marauder, Archer, Crusader, and so forth. But yes, if you'd like to join the Fox Republic, you can find me on Discord. The Discord link is in here, right there. Just click that and you'll join the Discord. You can also find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok, as I said. And yes, I do play MechWarrior 5 with the community. Right now, I've been focusing on Deep Rock Galactic, but yes, I will be playing MechWarrior 5 with the community as well. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me, Sheriff Crab, and I'm glad to hear that the car is working better than ever.
Yeah, it's going pretty good. I mean, I think that the first of the last set of missions where it destroyed, or the last of that last set of missions where it destroyed 12 mechs, is a testament to how effective that build was.
Like, you flattened
and it only overheated like twice as well in that whole mission, so that was pretty good.
Yeah, those guys got absolutely flattened, and like I said, there's still room for improvement. Better weapons, and we can even get better, more appropriate, even better upgrades for it. So I think there's certainly some room for improvement. Hopefully you guys watching got some ideas, and good luck in your battles in the year 3000. Anyways, follow me on Twitch so you know when I go live next. Come back in about an hour and a half, and I will be playing my first ever playthrough of Fallout 4. Till next time, though, guys, remember that you don't have to be good to get good.